Salam al-Masih, brother. It had to be Jibril, we know that. All good. I need you to make sure that my stream is muted on your side. That way you don't get feedback.
على محبوب الجدي يا هالدنيا شهدي انه عنده جوز عيون وجوز خدود موردي.
على محبوب الجدي يا هالدنيا شهدي انه عنده جوز عيون وجوز خدود موردي.
حبيبي برج الميزان ادمان عيونه ادمان من اسمه بتعرف انه صوت الحق العليان.
حبيبي برج الميزان ادمان عيونه ادمان من اسمه بتعرف انه صوت الحق العليان.
على محبوب الجدي يا هالدنيا شهدي انه عنده جوز عيون وجوز خدود موردي.
على محبوب الجدي يا هالدنيا شهدي انه عنده جوز عيون وجوز خدود موردي.
وعيون عيون
I don't understand. Could it refer to like when he comes back and then will die?
No.
Or
Because it says Jesus died when he was 33 years old. So no. Matt is in the past. He died. So why is Allah saying to him the following ayah? Stay away, Ya Muhammad, from idols.
You're supposed to be a follower of Jesus, and you're using words like that.
Well,
And
it's
you
not my
expect people to
words.
believe it's sincere.
It's not my words. It's the words of Allah. Are you embarrassed of Allah? All right, everybody. God bless you. I hope that my sound is loud and clear. I hope that my sound is loud and clear. God bless all of you. Give me a one, please. Let everybody know that we're live. Share the link. Guys, I hope it's not too much asked if you copy the link for today's live stream for YouTube and paste it on your social media accounts. If it's not too much asked, let us not fear the one who might hurt our body, but fear the one who hurts the body and the soul, as the Bible says. Thank you for being here, guys. I love you so much. Thank you for the amazing support. Brothers and sisters, God bless all of your loved ones and families. I hope you have a wonderful day, a blessed day, a day of days. I know that many of our Orthodox brothers and sisters, the Orthodox brothers and sisters, the apostolic churches, the Orthodox apostolic churches are now celebrating Good Friday. So, 1 week later, this Sunday is going to be the celebration of Resurrection Day. So, yeah, I hope the Orthodox brothers and sisters who are listening, I hope you're going to have some blessed days with your brothers, sisters, your families, your loved ones, your friends. Amen, Sister Dragon and Ears. God bless you. Nice to see you here, dear sister. I think Sister Dragon and Ears and Brother Reverson, who is restreaming the live stream already on Discord. They are working on the timestamps, so God bless the sister and the brother, our admins. Always a blessing to have you around me when we are live streaming, when you are on the server. God bless you. Juliet Abraham with us. How are you, dear sister? God bless you. Brother Reverson, I already mentioned you, brother. God bless you. Salam al-Masih to everyone. Salam al-Masih. Peace of Christ to everyone. Peace to everyone who loves the peace of Christ. May the Lord bless you and your loved ones. And keep us in your prayers, guys, please. Keep my admins in your prayers, guys. And while you're at it, pray for our shortcomings as well. Brother LA Apologetics is with us. How are you, my friend? God bless you. Nice to see you. Oh, something is not working here. Give me a second, guys. Let me tell you something. Something is not working. Let me tell you something. Hold on. Rob, you're not getting old. Yes, I am getting old, man. It is what it is. It is what it is, man. Getting old, man. Let's see if it's working now. Yeah, now it's working. All right. Are there more admins? I think that I saw more admins. Eddie, why are you hiding, Eddie? Yeah, you're Protestant believers with us. What's up, bro? Always a blessing to have you on board as well. Brother Phil is here. No, Allah doesn't know much. Allah doesn't know much. God bless you. Sup, man? Hey, man. Let me tell you something. Rob, do you ever go to Muslim live streams looking for debates? I used to, but then I stopped. Long time ago, I used to. Because they will not allow me to speak. They have always the finger on the trigger button, and they will never allow me to speak. You see, guys, here we allow even people to join us. We open the panels, we open the phone lines, we allow people to come up. We even allow them, as you noticed in the previous live stream, guys, a couple days ago, we even allow them to even insult us and whatnot, you know. It's okay. I mean, you know, what can we expect from most Muslims, you know? Yeah, they will not hesitate to insult, but they forgot about chapter 6, ayah 108. If you insult as a Muslim, you're, you know, when I insult you back, I will not try to, you know, especially not during this blessed month, you know. You have to have a very thick skin, guys, to do what we do. I mean, they will insult you. They will insult your mothers, your wives. You get the idea. But, you know, we are not here to have a fight with anybody. We're here to have a conversation, right? Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
Emotional damage. Yeah, it is what it is, man. I don't know why Muslims are always emotionally damaged when we read their sources. And why are the Dawah bros hiding? I even challenged this buffoon here on the screen, this buffoon, for a fair debate on the modern debate channel. What was it? Modern Day Debate channel. He never accepted it. So no, I will not go to Muslim live streams because they will not allow me to speak. Unlike us, we open the live streams, we open the panels. We even give you multiple options. You can join our Discord server. We have a beautiful Discord server where you can join. The link is, by the way, in the description box for people who are new. In the description box on my YouTube channel. For the people who are new on TikTok to my ministry, my YouTube channel is found in the bio, in the profile. Okay. People on TikTok, tappity tap, tap, 434. Use the arrow key, invite. If you have an app called AutoClicker, you can download it from the App Store. You can download it for free. You don't need to do the manual tapping 80 times and install it all over again. The app does it for you. And someone told me if you use a computer, there's a combination where you can press basically something, you know, on your keyboard, it will do the job for you 80 times, stop, and then start all over again. Yeah, unfortunately, algorithms, man. It is what it is. You can support the ministry exactly, brother LA Apologetics. He already is dropping the links. Thank you, brother, for reminding the people. Guys, only and only if you can, okay? We don't put sword of Muhammad on it, on anybody's neck to support the ministry financially. Only and only if you can to reach full-time ministry in the future. We'll see if the Lord will provide. So you can buy us a coffee, as you see. So welcome, guys. EMB Maxine, what's up, baby? How are you? But it is what it is, guys. Muslims are not here often to debate. They are here to insult, to falsely flag the live stream and whatnot. You get the idea. That's what they do. But hey, we have a thick skin. We are here to stay, and we have more accounts than Allah Himself. We have more accounts on our platforms more than Allah can ever dream of. Allah claims to have 99 names, and there are 26 names missing in the Quran. That means I have more. So I'm more Akbar than Allah. From now on, say Rob Christian Akbar, not Allah Akbar, because Allah is limited. I can show you books, guys. I'm not kidding. You know, it's a bit off topic, but I can show you books where Sunni scholars name their books Had Lillah, the limitation of Allah. So Allah is literally limited. Sunni scholars, the learned Muslims, admit that Allah has limitation. Can you imagine? Allah is limited. I'm not kidding. Allah is limited to His chair. Allah is limited to His throne. You know, Sunnis will debate each other. Forget about the Shia for a second. Sunnis will debate each other. You have sects within Sunni Islam. You have groups within Sunni Islam who will not hesitate to call each other kuffar, disbelievers, out of the fold of Islam. They will fight one another. Right? For example, the Salafis and the Ash'aris and Maturidis. They will not hesitate to call each other kuffar when it comes to Allah entering His creation, Allah not entering His creation, and whatnot. Does Allah have a hand? Is Allah's hand real or not real? Is Allah's only shin real or not a real shin? Yeah. Stuff like that. Imagine. And these are the Sunnis. Forget about the Shia for a second. But anyway, today's topic, guys, I already did a short video. but I want to take even more deeper dives with you. So I will take you with me and we will go through the video. I think this is a very, very damaging video. Libyano thinks that he's smart, but he made a huge mistake. He made a huge mistake going to Speaker's Corner, debating here Brother Tim. Brother Tim here on the right, the brother with the head cover here, with the light head cover here, on the right. He made a huge mistake. Duck Lips, why did you do that to yourself? Mr. Pink Duck Lips, why did you go to Speaker's Corner and embarrass and humiliate yourself like that? Talking about the Ahruf, Qira'at, and the Quranic Preservation and whatnot. Why did you do that? Why did you do that to yourself? Guys, don't take the conversation that we are going to play, and we're going to play sections. Unfortunately, I cannot play the entire 1 hour video clip, but I will go to certain timestamps and we will play, and you will hear me giving my review, my intake on it. So you're in for a treat, guys. And of course, we're going to open the receipts. We have the Islamic books, because Rob Christian doesn't speak without receipts. You know me. You know my style by now, right, guys? Unlike these Dawa bros, they love to talk for hours and, you know, attack Christianity without any proof or whatnot. So here we have the receipts, and you're in for a treat. But before we actually going to start, guys, you know me, I need to start with a prayer first. So I will ask you to pray with me. Okay, guys, I ask you to pray with me. Let's pray first, and then we will actually start the live stream. So pray, guys. If you're a Christian, let's pray. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, three persons, one God, whom we worship, we pray. So let us pray, dear brothers and sisters, in the risen Lord Christ. Lord, thank you for allowing us to gather today on your this live stream in your holy name, O Christ, for your glory, O Lord of Lords, O King of Kings, to talk about Al-Haq, the truth, with our wonderful team of admins and our amazing audience and subscribers and supporters of the ministry. Yes, Lord. Ya Yeshua al-Masih. Ya Rabbna, Ya Mukhallisna. O Lord Jesus Christ, O Savior of mankind. Bless this live stream, the internet connection, and everybody who's here listening and watching. Keep our families, Lord, our loved ones and children safe. We know the consequences, Lord, when we speak against certain man-made cults like Islam. So please, Lord, protect our families, our loved ones. Protect us from harm, Lord. Yeshua al-Masih, O King of Kings, I pray and ask you to cleanse all of us with your holy blood. Please shower us, Lord, with your holy blood and fill us with your Holy Spirit. Lord, have mercy on us because we are nothing but sinners. We are empty without you. We need you in our lives, Lord. Purify us and please guide this very live session. Lord, shine your holy light on all of us, including the Muslims, our brothers and sisters in humanity. And we're praying for the truth-seeking Muslims out there who are willing to listen to what we have to say. So please, Lord, open their eyes and allow us, use us mightily and allow us to plant seeds in their hearts and cause a lot of shubuhat in their hearts. Jesus Christ, O King of Kings, draw these Muslims to your feet so they might know you, the real Yeshua al-Masih, as we call you in Arabic, Yeshua al-Masih. We don't know who this Isa is of Islam. So please, Lord, let them know who you truly are. Everything we do is for your glory, O Son of God. You are the Father's heart. You are the love of the Spirit, Lord. Christ, fill me with your Holy Spirit. Bless my throat and loosen my tongue today and guide me so I can speak the truth, nothing but the truth, without any error or any shame on today's live stream. And Lord, give us wisdom and courage to do whatever needs to be done. In your holy name, your name above all names, O Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen. Amen. Speaking from Cave, Hira. We are live. We are back, baby. Let's go. All right. I hope everybody is ready because I'm ready, man. I'm hyped up. I'm ready. Let's do this. Let me tell you something. That I'm getting already restrictions on TikTok. Amazing, isn't it? I don't know what to do more than this, guys. I have no idea what to do more. I'm using effects so that it will not. But yeah, it is what it is. Muslims, you don't need to flag. There is no need to flag. If you're truthful, if you claim to be truthful, you don't need to falsely flag the live stream. Let me tell you something. It is what it is, guys. I don't know. Somebody told me a couple weeks ago to use a certain effect. You see these things that are moving, but it's not helping. If that's the problem, I'm not sure though. If you have other, things that will help, I don't know, because I'm receiving restrictions every second. Is it just me or is everybody receiving restrictions on TikTok? Or is it just, me being stupid, not know how TikTok actually works? I don't know, man. What's with all of these restrictions? It's most people? Okay, it's most people. Anyway. Welcome. Let's do this. Guys, if you have already watched my short video clip, we did a lot of damage. We refuted this Orthodox duck clips with his pink clips always, the Orthodox duck clips, a.k.a. Libyano. We refuted him. We showed everybody how clueless he is. But let me play the video, the short video that I did. And then we will move also to the sources, the receipts that we have in our possession. And we will play also the other segments that I did not include in my video because I wanted to keep that video very short and specifically about the Ahruf. But more was said during that discussion that I also want to address, and I cannot do this in a short video, so I was like, let me do a long live show today and take my time, and I will take my time to talk about everything that I feel necessary. So please, guys, don't always tell me in the comments how to run my own live streams. If you think you can do it much better than I do, I believe you. I believe that you can do a much better job than I do, you know. I believe you. So go start your own live stream and do what you think is best for the community. I do my things as I do. My admins know how I work. I have all trust in my admins to, you know, take care of the chat and whatnot. We have beautiful admins. Keep them in your prayers, guys. And while you're at it, keep us also in your prayers. And pray for my shortcomings. You think that I'm doing a very bad job, guys. Christians, I ask you to pray for my shortcomings instead of telling me how to run my live streams, okay? Please. I'm trying, okay? If you think you can do better, go do your way, okay? All right. So let's play the video clip. Here is what I did, what I said in that short video regarding the Ahruf specifically. Watch. Watch. Let me turn it up the volume. Let me tell you something. Let's play the video. Ducklips visited Speaker's Corner in the UK and pretty much humiliated himself and proved that he was completely ignorant about the Qira'at and Ahruf. I'll address a couple of claims that he made, and I'll show you that this buffoon here is absolutely clueless about the Qira'at and Ahruf. I'll provide the timestamps and receipts. You'll find them in the description box and pinned up comment. Friends, don't forget to smash that like button and leave a comment behind for the algorithms.
That's why we have the 10 canonical readings based on the 7 modes or the 7 ahruf. The Prophet, peace be upon him, says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed the Quran in 7 modes. Okay? 7 modes of recitation. Now, these 7 modes are 7 alternative readings or 7 variant readings. Okay? These 7 readings, okay, or the 10 qira'at, and there's many qira'at, but there's 10 canonical qira'at. These are different combinations based on these readings. Okay.
Wow.
Okay? So imagine.
Where is he getting this information from, guys? He's literally fabricating everything on the spot, by the way. He's talking out of his ass as if nobody is listening, as if nobody's recording him. He's literally fabricating and pontificating.
And you have 7 digits, and you are told to make 7 passcodes.
7 digits?
Or 10 passcodes based on these 7 digits.
Modes?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed
Digits?
the Quran in 7 modes. Okay? 7 modes of recitation.
Like, yeah, Libyano, what do you mean modes? This is the perfect example of cherry picking what flavor you like as Muslim. And he's using the word modes because he's parroting the same lie which he heard from clueless Muslims like him. My friends, listen carefully. No one, and I mean no one, knows what the 7 Ahruf are. Why? Because neither Allah or Jibreel or the Prophet of Islam explained what these 7 Ahruf were. For example, in Al-Ithqan fi Ulum al-Quran by Imam al-Suyuti on page 105, we read there is disagreement in scholarly opinion for the Quranic revelation in 7 Ahruf. Hold on, if there is disagreement among the scholars for the true meaning of the 7 Ahruf, then where do you get the meaning modes from, ya Libyano? You're nothing but a deceiver, and the proof is on the page. There are not just 1, not 2, but 40 different opinions on what the 7 Ahruf could be. Guys, pick your cherries, Muslims. Just like Orthodox ducklips, pick your cherries. Today, 10% off. Black seeds, black cherries, red cherries, pink cherries, 10% off. You can buy them now. You can choose one of the 40 opinions. Pick your cherries like the pink duck lips, pink lips. Can you imagine, guys? Like I said moments ago in my video, no one, and I mean no one on this planet, even the highest scholar in Islam, even the experts, don't know the true meaning of the Ahruf. They gave us 40 different opinions. These are supposed scholarly opinions. People who studied the Ahruf. We're talking about the classical scholars of Islam. They gave not one, not two, not three, not 10, not 20, not 30, but 40 different flavors. And they disagreed. They disagreed. اختلفوا. They disagreed on the meaning of that hadith. For example, in Bukhari 32:19, they don't know the meaning of the Ahruf. Literally, Ahruf, guys, for the people who are new to this stuff, Ahruf in the Arabic language means letters, the letters of the alphabet. Harf is the singular, meaning letter. Okay? That's the actual meaning of the word. But what are the Ahruf? What are these letters? Nobody knows. If they knew, they would have not disagreed on the hadith, on the meaning of the hadith. What did Muhammad try to say when he said, Jibreel sent down the Quran in 7 Ahruf? What did he mean? Nobody knows. So suddenly we have YouTubers like Duck Clips, TikTokers like Duck Clips, who will tell us that these are modes. Modes? Mode on, mode off? Is it a game or something? You know, if you do the cheat code, you'll get the blood. Remember Mortal Kombat 1? You know, I'm a very old guy. When we used to play, you know, when Mortal Kombat 1, the very first version of Mortal Kombat came, we had, you know, on the Sega game console, you had a cheat code to activate the blood. Is that what he's trying to tell us? Blood mode on, off? Come here! Come over here! Come here! Scorpion. Sub-Zero. Fatality, yeah. What do you mean, modes? Are you okay? Pick your cherries, Muslims. Unbelievable. أربعين قولا. And the classical experts like Ash-Shanqiti, after decades of research, said about the 7 Ahruf, the conclusion I have reached is that I do not know what it means. Again, I don't know what it means. Hold on. So we have a giant classical scholar by the name of Imam or Sheikh Muhammad al-Amin al-Shanqiti. When he was asked about what the true meaning is of the Ahruf concerning that hadith that we mentioned earlier in Bukhari, he said, the conclusion I have reached is that I do not know. I do not know. Again, I do not know what it means.
Emotional damage.
But Libyano knows better. Libyano knows. He said modes, digits. Wait, what? Unbelievable. This is unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable, man. Modes, digits. Unbelievable. The modern day Muslims, the Dawah bros, they know better than their classical scholars. Classical scholars like Ash-Shanqiti took years, decades, on top of more decades, and they studied the Ahruf, and they said, we don't know what they are. We don't know what the Ahruf mean. But Libyano knows. Take notes. Libyano knows. Reversion, can you drop the link for this website again? I have it here, but if you are faster than me, that would be awesome. Drop the link for Ash-Shanqiti, what you can find here on Ash-Shanqiti. Go to this part here where it says 13, and you're good to go. Drop it in the chat and also on Discord, brother, if you don't mind. That would be awesome. Because I saw your comment earlier under the video. Yeah, there you go. Here's the link for what you see on the screen. So if the people on TikTok, if you want to collect everything, you can find it in the chat and also on our Discord server. Okay, the saying of Ash-Shanqiti that he doesn't know. His conclusion after a lot of research, he said he doesn't know. Duck Lips knows. Ahmed Qatar, I challenge you on that claim that the Quran is preserved. Come up You can debate me about that claim. I challenge you, your entire mosque, your entire Muslim community on this planet, to come and let's talk about the so-called Quranic preservation. If you are truthful. If you're not truthful, sit in the chat and keep making those empty claims. Guys, there's no need to silence the guy. Please, guys, chat. Admins, let him spill his poison. Let him, that's what they only have. Let them, only if he's insulting, that's a different story. Remove that comment. Why are you insulting Ahmed? If you are the son of your mother and you think that you follow Deen al-Haq, why do you need to call people stupid? Be more man than your mother Aisha and come and show that I'm stupid. Prove it. Talking cheap in the text doesn't help your case. It shows that you are an ignoramus and you have nothing to say, basically. So if you have nothing to say, please stay in the chat and don't come up and expose your ignorance, because you're talking to a scholar. I'm a scholar, a fool. We didn't start yesterday. We're doing this for more than a decade. Anyway. You're stupid, Rob. Go show everybody that I'm stupid about your religion. Come. Very easy to say. Very easy to call someone stupid these days. Have some shame, man. Have some shame. Here is the small, tiny URL for the page that you see on the screen. Okay, so I try to shorten it. I hope it's working, though. Please check if the link is working, guys. All right. So here where it says, he said, Imam al-Shanqiti said, the conclusion I've reached is that I do not know what the Ahruf are. Okay, he doesn't know the meaning of the Ahruf. He doesn't know what it meant when Muhammad say the Quran came down in 7 Ahruf. What do you mean 7 Ahruf? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Okay, nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right. All right, let's continue the video. Al-Shanqiti. Yet it seems that YouTubers or TikTokers like Ducklips here suddenly claim to know more than their classical experts who did not know what the 7 Ahruf were. Ducklips has no dignity. Modes? What modes? Embarrassing. This is what you get when their entire man-made cult is based on their assumption.
How would we be able to establish that claim?
Okay, so I just told you, these 7 Ahruf were revealed. The Prophet recited them. The Prophet taught them.
Really?
Okay?
Yeah.
And when the Prophet taught these, and as Quran teachers came and knew the Quran and started teaching others, transmitting the Quran, it is reasonable to assume that these 7 Ahruf are contained in these transmitted readings.
Said to assume.
Stop it. Get some help.
Assume? So again, Islam is based on an assumption? Wow. Do you see how Libyano was absolutely cooking in London?
Oh, that's cool.
We're only epistemically justified in concluding that a reading goes back to the Prophet if it is massively transmitted.
Okay.
That's why we have the 10 canonical readings based on the 7 modes or the 7 Ahruf.
Yes, it's true that the 7 Qira'at are mass transmitted, mutawatir, but by the way, here I'm repeating the lie, by the way. People who know, I'm simply repeating the lie, what they're saying. Mass transmitted, but you'll see soon that it's not true. You have scholars who did the investigation. We found out that these so-called mass transmitted readings, some of them even go through one singular chain. What do you mean mass transmission? We're talking specifically about the 7 readings, the 10 readings. One chain of narration. What do you mean mass transmission? So guys, literally, Libyano is exposed his ignorance. He didn't study the Qira'at and Ahruf. He has no clue what he's talking about. He's repeating the same nonsense, the same spit it out nonsense, and he's swallowing it and he spits it out again. Same parroting that the other Dawah bros have been doing. This proves that this guy is a one-trick pony. He doesn't know anything about his religion. He will create, without any shame, he will create all kind of terminologies, modes, 7 digits, مجمل تصديق تصديق مجمل, remember about the general confirmation, which doesn't exist, by the way, but anyway. you know how this guy's a walking talking bid'ah boy, bid'ah literally, a walking talking contradiction, a walking talking ignoramus who doesn't know much about his cult. That's what he is, literally. And he's talking out of his ass at this point, guys. He's literally talking out of his ass at this point. Are mass transmitted, mutawatir, but the main issue is that even the expert, yeah, Ahmed, you're a genius. Like all of you Muslims, you're a bunch of geniuses, all right? You're a genius, man. Experts or the scholars on Ahruf and Qira'at did not figure out how to connect them to the Prophet of Islam. There is doubt and they have no hard evidence. Yes, 1400 years of doubt, my friends. And of course, here is the proof. In Al-Furqan by Ibn al-Khatib on page 122, we read, classical experts, source guys, here I made a slight mistake because the page is scanned and sometimes it's difficult to read the page. It should be page 123. Forgive me, page 123. Okay, it's page 123, not page 122. Forgive me for the typo. Scholars like Az-Zarkashi said, the mass transmitted readings from the Prophet need more research. In other words, there is doubt. This proves that the mass transmitted readings from their 7 readers are to us only. So to explain what we just read, scholars like Az-Zarkashi said that there is doubt about how to prove the mass transmission of these Qur'ans between the Prophet and the readers, which means that the only mass transmission that Muslims of today speak of is between the 7 readers and the Muslim nation only. So guys, did you catch that? Don't take this part lightly, guys. If you watch the video on YouTube, the short video that I uploaded, do not take this part lightly, because when Muslims talk about mass transmission, tawatur, mutawatir, they talk about this section here only. Do you see it? Do you see the arrows that I'm putting? This is the mass transmission. But there is no mass transmission, they cannot prove it, between Muhammad and the 7 Qira'at or the 10 Qira'at. Doesn't it? They cannot prove it. There is no hard evidence, as you saw on page 123 in the book of Ibn al-Khatib called Al-Furqan. Okay? There is no hard evidence. They cannot prove it. There is doubt. They need more investigation. What were they doing for the last 1400 years? What were the scholars of the Ahruf and Qira'at doing for the last 1400 years? What kind of research did they do? Since they cannot prove, then they have no hard evidence to prove that the Qira'at are connected to Muhammad. There is no mass transmission between Muhammad and the 7 readings. The only mass transmission that they try to speak of, and even that fails on many grounds, and even Ibn Mujahid, guys, Ibn Mujahid, listen carefully, people. Ibn Mujahid himself, okay, who's Ibn Mujahid? He's the guy, let me type his name here. Ibn Mujahid. He's responsible for the 7 readings, okay? He did not explicitly define or require tawatur. He did not require mass transmission in the later technical sense when selecting the 7 readings. So he didn't even apply, or he didn't even care about tawatur. Tawatur came much later, 4 centuries later, when Ibn al-Jazari added the 3 extra flavors from 7 to 10. So he added 3 more and they became 10. So Ibn Mujahid did not even care about tawatur or mass transmission. And there are even, among the Qira'at, there are only Some of them are only one single chain. So what do you mean mass transmission? For something to have mass transmission or something to be called mass transmission, you need independent. You need more than one. Okay? More than one. Independent chains. Okay? To call something a large number, not just one or two, a huge number of transmission through such a large number of independent chains, to be called tawatur or mass transmission. But for some certain readings, you have only one single chain. So even that so-called tawatur is a big fat lie. Doesn't always apply. Doesn't always count. But hey, what can we expect? So I hope you're following, guys. Again, for the people who are new to the topic of Ahruf and Qira'at, this is the most difficult topic in Islam. Okay, the Ahruf, Qira'at, and the Ahruf in Islam is the most difficult topic that will give even the biggest expert on this topic, it will give him a headache. The biggest classical scholars, like for example, Imam al-Suyuti, al-Shanqiti, we mentioned him earlier, Zarkashi, all of these giant classical scholars, all of them, it gave them huge headaches. So don't take it lightly. It's very, very difficult topic. It's actually the most difficult topic to address. Okay, and like Yasir Qari said, there are holes in the standard narrative. These are the kinds of holes that Yasir Qari was talking about. Remember?
When you do a deep dive,
I'm a scuba diver.
When you do a deep dive,
I'm a scuba diver.
Yasir Qari. Wicked.
Awkward and difficult. When you do a deep dive,
I'm a scuba diver.
When you do a deep dive,
I'm a scuba diver.
Things get very, very awkward and difficult.
I'm more than happy to go diving anywhere.
If I were to give you a blank mushaf,
let's not.
I'm a scuba diver. I'm more than happy to go diving anywhere.
If I were to give you a blank mushaf,
let's not. You're pushing me.
I'm a scuba diver. I'm more than happy to go diving anywhere.
If I were to give you a blank mushaf,
the standard narrative has holes in it. That's what I'm going to say.
Standard narrative. The standard narrative has holes in it. That's the only thing I can say. Yeah, there are huge holes when it comes to Quranic preservation, tawatur, mass transmission, and trying to connect these 7 readings to Muhammad. There's a huge doubt, right? Huge doubt. Did you catch that? So for 1400 years, Muslims fail to prove and have no clue how to connect the dots between Muhammad and the 7 readings of the Quran. And on the same page, Al-Zarkashi continued saying, but its mass transmission from the Prophet to them, meaning the readers, is not agreed on nor affirmed, or at least it's a matter of doubt, research, and investigation. In other words, for 1400 years, Muslim scholars on the Ahruf and Qira'at, I mean, look guys, look, do you read what I read? Do you see it? On page 123, guys, I made a slight typo, it's page 123, not page 122, okay? Forgive me for that typo. And as Zarkashi continued saying, but it's mass transmission, the mass transmission from the Prophet to them, meaning the readers, is not agreed on nor affirmed. So there is doubt. They cannot certainly say, yes, there is mass transmission. So we're talking about between Muhammad and the 7 readers. The 7 readers that Ibn Mujahid selected to make them canonical. The 7 canonical readings, right? There is no mass transmission. They have doubt. They cannot prove it. Or at least it's a matter of doubt, research, and investigation. Shak wa bahth wa nadar. Doubt? This is Quran. You cannot connect the Quran to Muhammad? Guys, I told you, do not take this lightly. This destroys the so-called Quranic preservation. This on itself. Sit down, guys. Take a seat, everyone. Sit down. Take screenshots. Take screenshots, take notes. This on itself destroys the so-called Quranic preservation claim. For 1400 years, the scholars are still in doubt. For the last 1400 years, they are still in doubt. What did you do for 1400 years, Muslims? You failed to do enough research and investigation, and you're in doubt? What's left? So they cannot provide hardcore evidence, hard evidence between their hands to prove that the 7 Qira'at that was created by Ibn Mujahid, canonized by Ibn Mujahid, forgive me, canonized by Ibn Mujahid, that they can trace them or connect them to the mouth of the Prophet. So there goes the Quranic preservation out of the window in the sewage where it belongs. So it's an empty claim that they cannot back up. Did you catch it? No mass transmission, no tawatur, no Quranic preservation from Muhammad to the 7 readers. We're talking about from Muhammad to the 7 readers. They cannot connect the dots. And Qira'at failed to do enough research to prove and back up that the 7 canonical readings can be connected to the Prophet of Islam. Wow! I mean, just wow! Were they asleep for 1400 years? What happened? And we can find the same information in the book of Imam al-Suyuti on page 122, saying, and as Zarkashi said, the Qira'at are mutawatira, mass transmitted, from the 7 reciters only, and not mass transmitted to the Prophet, because there is doubt. As you see, Muslims like ducklips are clueless, and they truly think that there's something called mass transmission to the Prophet, but they cannot prove it. The only, and I mean the only mass transmission is between the 7 canonical readings and the Muslim nation today. So this so-called preservation from the Prophet to Muslims of today is a big fat lie. Please share this video on social media and let it go viral. And man, this is damaging, man. This is damaging.
Emotional damage.
Damaging. Guys, what we just showed you, what we just played for you from this video on my YouTube channel, this on itself destroys the so-called tawatur and combined and the Quranic preservation. Okay? Does not exist. Big fat lie. And we showed you the books, guys. Again, here's the book of Imam al-Suyuti, page 105. There are 40 opinions, 40 different opinions about what the Ahruf are. And there is ikhtilaf, there is disagreement. How can you disagree on the Quran? How can you disagree on the 7 Ahruf? Well, clearly Muhammad did not explain what the Ahruf are. Neither did Jibreel and neither did Allah. So this is why the scholars are disagreeing. And they gave us 40, not 1, not 2, but 40 different flavors what the Ahruf could have been. So whenever you hear a Muslim say, again, I want you to take notes. Everybody take notes. Whenever you hear a Muslim say modes or styles, they often use also the word styles, or dialects. You also hear the word dialects. These are all cherry picking. It's cherry picking of the 40 opinions. Even the word modes, if you do some investigation, Imam al-Tahawi in the 10th century, it was him who came with this interpretation called modes. Can you imagine? 3 centuries later, 3 centuries later after the death of Muhammad, Muslim scholars came to explain what Muhammad did not explain. Muhammad never explained what the 7 Ahruf are. So we need scholars who are supposedly, then we have to assume that they are receiving wahi like the Prophet. We have new prophets after the seal of all the prophets, supposedly, Muhammad. 3 centuries later, in the 10th century, like Imam al-Tahawi, okay, who claimed, I believe, after doing some little research, I believe that the Ahruf are modes. Or the Ahruf are styles. Wait, what? Where are you getting the information from? From myself. I know more than Allah, Jibreel, and the Prophet combined. And Libyano is literally repeating the same line. Opinions, guys. Islam is created on an assumption, just like Khadija. Do you see the creature who was squeezing me, ya Khadija? No, I cannot see him, but Allah will not humiliate you. Allah will not embarrass you in front of your Qurayshi tribe. But Khadija, how do you know that it's an angel and not a demon who's squeezing me? Come sit on my lap. Let's do a test. Sit on the other lap. Let me take off my clothes, do a striptease. And with that assumption, Islam was created. The whole religion, guys, pick any topic. The whole religion is created on assumptions on top of more assumptions. That's what Islam is. It's the religion of assumptions. Assumptions. Okay? Assumptions. Did you catch it? Assumptions. And here is more, guys. Maybe you want to take a screenshot of this illustration that I created for you. How and when did this 7 Ahruf appear? Take a screenshot, guys. Okay. So I put this after studying the hadith. We can conclude the following. Okay. For 20 years, remember Muhammad became a prophet in the year 610. For 20 years, the companions used to recite the Quran in only one harf. Harf literally means letter. That's the literal meaning. But what is harf? What are haruf? We don't know. Okay? From 610 AD to 630 AD, only one harf. And already, point number 2, already 95% of the Quran is revealed. You're with me, all right, guys? Give me a 1. Do not let anybody distract you. Over 95% of the Quran is already revealed. Clearly, there's nothing fishy going on here, right, guys? Clearly, there's nothing fishy going on here. So after the 95% of the Quran being revealed, Muhammad says, Jibreel sent down the Quran in 7 Ahruf. Wait, what? Are you okay, Ya Rasulullah?
Emotional damage.
After 95% of the Quran being already revealed, the 7 Ahruf hadith supposed incident came. I'm not kidding. Watch. If we continue reading. Muhammad attacks Mecca in the year 630. Look, guys. 630 AD, he attacks Mecca to conquer Mecca. Then, a guy by the name of Hisham bin Hakim converts to Islam in the year 630. He has no other option. He had to convert to Islam or else. Convert or else your head will come off clean. So he became a Muslim like the rest of the Meccans. They did not believe that Muhammad was a true prophet, by the way. Muhammad was always buying people off, giving hundreds and hundreds of camels, animals, to buy them into Islam. I'm not kidding, guys. That's what he used to do. So this Hisham became a Muslim when Muhammad conquered Mecca. Muhammad is forgetting ayahs. Next. Don't take this lightly what I created for you. So take a screenshot, guys. Muhammad is forgetting ayahs and the Sahaba are reminding him of certain ayahs. And he claims that Allah caused him to forget these ayahs. Yet his own Sahaba are reminding him the ayahs. I mean, Muhammad, if you are a true prophet and you claim that you are the final prophet, Ya Rasulallah, Ulala, Ya Rasulallah. If you claim to be the final prophet, and supposedly Jibreel was examining you every year. Every year Muhammad was supposedly not only zutted by Jibreel, but he squeezed by Jibreel in the cave in the beginning of his so-called prophethood. But Jibreel used to come once a year. He used to examine Muhammad with the Quran. I'm not kidding. That's what the sources tell us. Yet Muhammad keeps forgetting his own Quran. So the Sahaba kept reminding him of ayahs that he used to forget. And he blames Allah for forgetting ayahs, imagine. And he claims to be a prophet. And he's claiming that he's receiving wahy. Embarrassing. Embarrassing if, let's say, John would remind Jesus the scriptures, let's say the Torah. Imagine. Comedy unlimited. Exactly, brother Imam Maxim. This is Islam. False prophet, fraud. What can we expect? So then Omar on a certain day, Omar, he walks and he hears Hisham, the same Hisham who converted to Islam, reciting the Quran differently than him. So Omar grabs him by the throat. Come here. Like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat. Come here. He grabs him by the throat. He's about to unalive him, guys. He drags him to Muhammad. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Something is going on here. Something fishy. Something. Let me tell you something. My phone, yeah. No, it's good. So he takes him by the throat. He takes him by his throat. He drags him to Muhammad. He's about to unalive the man. He's about to unalive Hisham bin Hakim because he was reciting the Quran differently than him. Omar chokes him and drags him, and he says to Rasul, Ya Rasulallah, Ulala, Ya Rasulallah, I'm about to unalive this man. I will hack him into pieces, brother. With love, with a lot of love. You know, the Sahaba used to love one another a lot. So he was about to unalive him. How dare you to recite the Quran? Then I learned it directly from the mouth of the Prophet. And Muhammad told Omar to recite the Quran, and then he asked Hisham to recite his version of the Qira'at that he learned, or the harf, better to say, harf. And Muhammad then says, yes, 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 yes. Both of the Ahruf were sent down from Jibreel, from Allah, and the Quran was sent down in 7 Ahruf. So after the year 630, imagine, Muhammad comes with this so-called 7 Ahruf. But already 95% of the Quran already was revealed. Why didn't Muhammad say immediately to his companions to avoid this mass confusion among the Sahaba? Even Ubay, remember Ubay's confusion? Even Ubay among the companions, right? To avoid it. I mean, they are going at each other's throat, including Ubay, right? Including Ubay ibn Ka'b himself. Remember, Ubay ibn Ka'b started to doubt Muhammad because when he heard about the 7 Ahruf much later, he said, I have never had such doubt until in the pre-Islamic period. It's a famous hadith that you can find, for example, sunnah.com as well. Ubay was in doubt, and then Muhammad lays his hands on him. He pushed him on his chest, and he said, then he calmed him down. So even the Sahaba started to gossip. They started to fight one another when they heard each other reciting the Quran differently. And Muhammad had to fix it, patch it up, using duct tape. Let me duct tape the disaster. Yes, Jibreel sent down the Quran in 7 Ahruf. But Ya Rasulullah, you're already too late. We already have more than 94%, close to 95% of the entire Quran in our possession. You, after 20 years, you're going to tell us, that there's something called 7 Ahruf? Guys, take notes. Don't take this stuff lightly. In 630 AD, after Hisham becoming a Muslim, and he learns certain ayahs out of his head, and he's reciting it. Omar sees him praying, reciting Quran. He grabs him by the throat. He takes him to Muhammad. He tells him, this guy is, I'm about to unalive him. I will hack him into pieces with love, brother. Ya Rasulullah, this guy is reciting Quran differently than you taught me. Yeah, don't worry. The Quran came down in 7 Ahruf. And then Muhammad dies 2 years later, like a poisoned rat from that poisoned meat that he ate at Khaybar in the year 632. 632 AD. But 95% of the Quran was already revealed. Ya Rasulullah, why did Ulala ya Rasulullah, did Muhammad not tell his companions about this so-called 7 Ahruf in the beginning, in the year 610 AD. At the beginning of his so-called prophethood. Clearly, there is nothing fishy going on here, right, Muslims? Muslims, if you care about the truth, and I want you, for once in your life, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Hear me out, Muslims. Why did Muhammad not in the beginning of his so-called prophethood in the year 610 AD, why didn't he talk about the Ahruf at that year? Why much later in the year 630 AD after Hisham reciting the Quran differently than Umar? Exactly, Sister Libyanka. God bless you, dear sister. He should have said it in the beginning. Doesn't make sense that before his death, 2 years before his death, he comes up with it when the Sahaba almost come to blows. Or actually, they came to blows. He literally choked him. Look, guys, he drags him to Muhammad. Ya Rasulullah, I'm about to unalive the man. Right? Doesn't make sense. This 7 Ahruf incident doesn't make sense. Now you might ask, Rob, why is this everything happening? Because simply the reason for all of this, the reason for this is, take notes, is Momo simply, if you want to ask my humble opinion, Momo simply used to forget. Muhammad used to forget his own Quran. That's why you have so many variants, and then he had to patch it up with the so-called 7 Ahruf. What do you mean 7 Ahruf? And still today, Muslims don't know what the 7 Ahruf are. They came up with 40 different opinions. Some scholars try to, dump it down or downgrade it to 35 and whatnot. Right? Simply, if you want to ask me, the reason and the only reason is because Muhammad is a fraud and he used to forget his own Quran, and every time he recites it differently than the previous time, and this is why you have all of these variants, all of these different huruf. And then, the Muslim Ummah needed the help of Caliph Uthman after the death of Muhammad. Caliph Uthman burning six of the 7 Ahruf. Caliph Uthman ordered all the Quranic materials written on bones, animal skin, wood, stones to be collected and burning the originals to the ground, destroying the evidence. Absolutely a fraud, exactly. Why not in the beginning? Why much later, 2 years before his cursed death? Why? This is fishy, guys. This is very, very fishy. If that incident between Omar and Hisham did not happen, if this incident that I'm highlighting did not happen, you would have never heard of the 7 Ahruf. You would have never heard of the 7 Ahruf. So clearly, because of this incident, the 7 Ahruf came to fix the disaster. Just to fix. Fix it. Let's fix it. Muhammad thought to himself. Did you catch it? Did you catch it? You're with me, right, guys? Do you see how important our live streams are, guys, and our videos? Very important to always take notes, because a Muslim will not tell you about this stuff. Unfortunately, us Christians, we need to do the homework for the Muslims who fail to do their homework. And for 1400 years, they are still failing. They cannot connect the dots, as we showed you. They cannot connect the dots and prove that the 7 canonical readings that they claim that they are mutawatira, massly transmitted or mass transmitted, they don't know how to connect it to Muhammad, because there is doubt. Doubt, or more doubt. Doubt, ya akhwan, doubt. The scholars are admitting it in their books, but hey, Muslims don't read, and they don't want us to read their books. Muslims, they don't want us to read their own books. Yes, mutawatir means, Sister Crazy, God bless you, dear sister. It means mass transmission, mass transmitted. Yeah. But even that is a big fat lie, as we explained earlier. Even that is a lie. Why? Because the 7 qira'at, there are, among the 7 qira'at, you have one single, some of them have only one single chain of narration, not mass transmitted. Even that is a big fat lie. But hey, I'm trying to be generous today. I'm in a good mood and I'm trying to be generous. Okay? So even the mass transmission for all the qira'at is a big fat lie. Because some of these qira'at only have one single chain. Right? Is there any Muslim? Any Muslim? So what I'm trying to say is this, guys. So to make it more clear for you, what I'm trying to say is this. The scholars like Az-Zarkashi admit that supposedly, yes, the 7 canonical readings are mass transmitted, but there is doubt on how to connect these 7 canonical readings to the Prophet. The only connection is between the 7 readers and the Muslim Ummah. But between Muhammad and these 7 supposedly mass transmitted Quranic canonical readings, between Muhammad and these 7 readers, there is doubt. There is doubt. Which Muslim will tell you this? Which Muslim will tell you what I just told you? Which Muslim will open his own books and tell you about this stuff? Which Muslim? Look, these are their books, not ours. Al-Furqan by Ibn al-Khatib. Okay, Al-Furqan. Let me give you the link one more time for this book. Al-Furqan li Ibn al-Khatib. On page 123. Look, we have the receipts, ya akhwan. We don't talk without receipts. That's not my style. Page 123. Okay, page 123. You see it? We have the receipts. We go down, and here is the Arabic, and here is my English translation on the screen. Let's read again. And as Zarkashi said, وَقَوْلِ الزَّرْكَشِي, and as Zarkashi stated on page 123 in the book called Al-Furqan by Ibn al-Khatib, the mass transmitted readings from the Prophet need more consideration, more investigation. Wait, what? After 1400 years, we still need consideration, investigation? In other words, there's doubt? Yes, there is doubt. Doubt. This proves that the mass transmitted readings from its readers are to us only, just like I explained to you in my illustration. So the only mass transmission is between the 7 readers and the Muslim nation. But between the 7 readers and Muhammad, there is doubt. And here in the last line, he doubles it down. Right? This proves that the mass transmitted readings, the 7 readings, from its 7 readers, are to us only. Ilayna faqat. To us only. Does it say that or not, Muslims? Yes, it does. So what does it mean, to us only again? For the people who are taking notes. To us only, what does it mean? What does this mean? It means only between the 7 readers to the Muslim ummah or nation. But between the 7 readings or the readers and Muhammad, there is doubt. So they don't know how to connect the dots. There is doubt. More investigation needed. You get the idea. And he doubles it down in this on the same page, on the next line, on the next alinea, he says, and as Zarkashi continued, same page, page 123, but it's mass transmission from the Prophet to them, meaning the 7 readers, is not agreed on. Wait, what? Is not agreed on. Nor affirmed. Wow, this is damaging. Or at least it is a matter of doubt, shak, wa bahth, wa nadar. Doubt, research is needed, and investigation. What were they doing for 1400 years? Sleeping? For 1400 years they were sleeping? كيفك يا سماوي؟ سلام المسيح حبيبي. God bless you. God bless you. God bless all our admins. Salam al-Masih. Doubt? 1400 years of doubt between the 7 readings and the Prophet? They do not know how to fix it. They don't know how to connect the dots. It's not agreed on nor affirmed. So more investigation needed. Wake up, scholars of Ahruf and Qira'at. Where are you? We need more research. After 1400 years, still no research done, enough research done to fix the disaster. Just put some duct tape on it, okay? If you put enough duct tape on it, it will hold the ummah from becoming apostates. Guys, listen carefully. All jokes aside, Muslims, if I would be a real truth-seeking Muslim, I'm not kidding. Guys, I'm saying it as it is. I'm not kidding. If, and only if, I will be a truth-seeking Muslim who cares about his soul and salvation, I would scratch my head and I will leave Islam immediately. Because if our scholars are in doubt and they are admitting that there is more research and investigation needed, still, because they don't know how to connect the 7 readers or the 7 canonical readings, and it's not mass transmitted to the Prophet, then why are we still Muslims? Where is this so-called Quranic preservation? Glory to Christ, Brother Falk. God, glory to Christ, man. We only read. We only read. That's what we are here to do. We are only going to read. And again, like I showed you earlier, it's repeated in the same book of Imam al-Suyuti as well. Let me give you the link for that one as well. For Muslims say, Rob, you're lying. You're lying, Rob. No, Habibi, no. The lies are for people like Duck Lips, Lesbiano, and you Muslims. We are here to read. We are people of knowledge. We are here to read. We are the people of truth. We are here to read, brother. On page, look, page 122, we have the receipts. Page 122. Here we have the correct page number. We scroll up. Same is being said. And as Zarkashi said, the Qira'at are mutawatira, mass transmitted, from the 7 reciters only, and not, pay attention at the word not, and not mass transmitted to the Prophet. Oops. And there comes the disaster, because there is doubt. فَفِيهِ نَظَرٍ. More investigation needed. Doubt. Shak. Oof. Oof, 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 oof. What a disaster. We have a Muslima. Hello? She's not here. Aisha, why did you leave, Aisha? We have another guest. Let's see. Maybe he's here with us. Is there any guests on Discord? Any guests on Discord who want to join? Only Muslims, guys, please. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
I can hear you.
What's up? What do you want to tell us? Oh, Aisha's here as well. Okay,
The,
you go first.
scholar
You go first. Yeah.
the scholar you're using is a kafir.
The scholar I'm using is a kafir. So?
Yes.
So you Muslims do takfir on each other every day. So what's the point?
So your source is not
According to
tangible.
certain Sunnis, like the Ash'aris and the Maturidis, the Salafis are kuffar. According to the Salafis, the Ash'aira are kuffar. The Maturidis are kuffar. You do takfir on each other every day. So what? He's a scholar. He's an expert. Even if you do not agree with him and you call him a kafir, still he's a scholar on the Qira'at and Ahruf. So who
Can
are
you prove that?
Are you a scholar?
No, I'm saying, can you prove that he's a scholar and knowledgeable in Islam? Can you prove that?
Google Imam al-Zarkashi, Google Imam al-Shinqiti, and then come back, okay? Pinky promise?
It says they're kafir. It says they're kafir.
Homework for you on my panel.
I want to rape Jesus Christ, nigger, Jesus Christ. I want to rape you, Jesus. I'm gonna rape you, Jesus. I'm gonna rape you, Jesus. I'm gonna rape you, Jesus. Jesus, nigger.
You see, guys? You see the filthy pagans? You see them, guys? They are here. They come with fake accounts. He's pretending to be a woman. His name is Aisha. Like, يخرب بيتك ويخرب بيت Aisha. He's using the name of Aisha, and he claims to be a man just to come up and use the same filthy language of his prophet. His prophet. Why do you want me to open these cans of worms? Do you want me to open my serious books about your prophet again? Why? Why are you doing this to your prophet, man? Using the N-words. This is amazing. These are the Muslims, guys, in 2026. Did you catch it? That's the only thing they have. Exactly, brother. That's the only thing they have. But it's okay, guys. It's okay. I have more accounts than Allah and the Rasul combined. So, if one account goes down, we'll come up with another one. So keep doing that, Muslims. Shame on you. But you have no shame. This is why you follow a PDF file who mounted a 9-year-old. Because you are demonic like your prophet, because you follow a PDF file who mounted a 9-year-old, this is why you're like him. So I understand you, though. I understand your pain. I understand. I understand why you're always butthurt like the prophet after the zult were done with him, blowing out his back during the night of the jinn. Right? Muhammad, his back was blown out. So I understand why you have a lot of back pain too, like your prophet. I would be in pain too if that would be my prophet, knowing that he was zulted all night long in a zut sense. So let's continue, guys. Let's continue. And here's the page that I showed you in my short video as well. Look. One of the scholars, okay? One of the scholars, right? A Saudi author who wrote about the 7 Ahruf, the topic, the very famous hadith about the 7 Ahruf, Ahruf al-Sab'a, right? He published a document in the year 2002, and he quoted Imam al-Shinqiti. Look, Imam al-Shinqiti. And he's quoting what Imam al-Shinqiti said. So Imam al-Shinqiti, his long name is Sheikh Muhammad al-Amin al-Shinqiti, short for Imam al-Shinqiti. And here's the link. Here's the link. Oh, it does not fit, so I have to shorten the link. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it's such a long link that I need to shorten it. Okay, here is the short link for it. The link or the website that you see on the screen. Imam al-Shinqiti said when he was asked about what his conclusion is, okay, about the famous hadith, about the 7 Ahruf. Supposedly Jibreel sent down the Quran to Muhammad in 7 Ahruf. So I asked him what conclusion he had reached concerning that famous hadith, right? To which he said, what did Imam al-Shinqiti say? To the conclusion, I have reached that I do not know what it means. So when a Muslim tells you that the 7 Ahruf are styles, again, or modes, they are lying. The scholar do not know. They have to only assume, because Islam is the religion of assuming, assumption. Okay? Religion of assumption. This is why they're always in pain and very violent and aggressive. They're not here because they care about the truth. Because any person, any human being who cares about the truth, he will not stay for a split second in Islam. Right? Someone who cares about the truth will not stay a Muslim for a split second. Right? Imagine, they don't know what the 7 Ahruf are, yet they have to assume what they are. So let us continue, guys, with the conversation that Ducklips had with Brother Tim. Brother Tim on the right. People told me that's his name, Tim. Shout out to Brother Tim for this recording that we can use against Ducklips and the Ummah who are now in doubt. We're going to cause a lot of shubahat during today's live stream, man. That's amazing. Shout out to Brother Tim from the Soko Film Squad. And another shout out for the Soko Film Squad for printing out that sign with my name on it. Remember that sign with my name on it? That was amazing. That's the same team, by the way. The same Speaker Corners Christian team there. Same people. Amazing people, man. True warriors. So let's continue with the video. Let's continue with the video, guys. Let's continue. I want to go to the timestamp of the video, timestamp 3, the 3-minute timestamp and 16 seconds. Okay, this is the timestamp 3 and 16 seconds. Let's see what was said during that conversation. Let's hear them out.
So, what Muslims tell me is that the Quran is being perfectly preserved.
Okay.
Word for word, letter for letter, and dot for dot. That what's recited of...
Thank you for that donation, Brother Azut Akbar. Oh, I love that name. He donated $15 for the ministry. Thank you, my friend. God bless you. God bless you, loved one, for the donation to the ministry.
The Quran today is exactly what Muhammad recited 1400 years ago when he received the revelation. But when I look at some of the earliest manuscripts, like the Birmingham Folio, for example, which consists of parts of 3 chapters, Surah Al-Kahf, Surah Miriam, and Surah Taha.
Imagine, guys, so they're talking about the Birmingham manuscript. The Birmingham manuscript is not even, I would not even consider it a manuscript to begin with. It contains only 3 chapters and not complete chapters, right? It's not complete, it's only 3 chapters. It's 2 volumes, right? 2 volumes, very tiny manuscript. And it's talking about either the story of Moses or Maryam and Isa. Phone call, guys. Forgive me, people on TikTok. Phone call. Someone is calling me, and I'm sure this person will not stop calling. Yes. Stop calling me. I'm live, man. Stop calling. Okay. And that person will call back, I'm sure, again. Let's see if he'll very persistent and too pride to continue. Anyway, so they're talking about the Birmingham manuscript, and Brother Tim here on the left, the Christian brother on the left, is going to bring up Surah Taha, a variant from Surah Taha, which is chapter 20. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, chapter 20. 20. What was it again? Chapter 20. Ayah 31, if I'm not mistaken. Surah, at least chapter 20, if I'm not mistaken, Ayah 31. Okay, the variant reading that is found in the Birmingham manuscript. Okay, Birmingham manuscript. All right.
I see variant readings that don't align with any of the 10 Qira'at that we have of the Quran today. Shows me, one, that the Quran cannot be preserved. In fact, for example, we have... No, let me explain. Right? Come on. So when we look at the Birmingham folio, for example, in Surah Taha, chapter 20, verse 31, it says washdud instead of ushdud. In the 10 canonical readings of the Quran today, all say ushdud. But in the reading of the Birmingham folio, it says washdud. Now, according to Dr. Alba Fideli, that reading is attributed to the Codex of Ibn Masud.
And Ubay bin Ka'b.
We know that Ibn Masud, according to the hadith, I think it's Sahih al-Bukhari, hadith number 4999, he was one of the 4 who were recommended by Muhammad himself to learn the recitation of the Quran.
That's true.
Yet his reading is not found in any of the 10 Qira'at. So I wondered to myself, how can the Quran be perfectly preserved when none of the 10 Qira'at contain the reading washdud?
Good question.
Which is found in the Birmingham folio. So this would also mean then that the Birmingham folio that we have today in Birmingham, I don't know if you've seen it yet, is not 100% true to what we have of the Quran today, within Hassan Asim or the rest of the Qira'ats. Another thing that I have a problem with.
But you're going on forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll let you respond to that.
Yeah. Have you studied textual criticism before?
In what sense?
So when you look at manuscripts, how do you determine what is original, what is not, what is a variant reading, what is an unoriginal reading, what is a scribal error? How do you determine these things?
Well, I can tell you why it's not a scribal error.
No, I didn't say it is.
Yeah, but
I'm saying how is it?
So what I'm doing is,
if it's not a scribal error, why do you bring it up, man?
At the evidence from experts, right? So what I cited in Surah Taha, chapter 20, verse 31,
unbelievable.
That comes from Dr. Alba Fideli. Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
It's not a scribal error.
I didn't say it is. You're not answering, brother.
Then if it's not a scribal error, why do you ask him? Unbelievable.
You're not.
Okay, how do I?
The conversation.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm asking you, how is it that you determine if a text is a scribal error or a variant, whether it's original, whether it's not original, whether the text...
Guys, I want you to listen carefully. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Watch how Duck Lips, Lesbiano here, is going to cook himself and throw the Sahaba of the Prophet under the bus.
Belongs to a family of texts, whether it's a text that is whose origin is unknown.
Yeah.
How do you determine these things?
Okay, so when it comes to this particular...
Fool, he's asking you a question, you're throwing the ball back to him? That's crazy, man.
Chapter and verse.
Answer the question.
Right? The reading washdud, as I mentioned before, that's found...
You see, guys, what they do? By doing this, he will try to dictate the conversation. Fool, he's asking you a question. Why do you give him the ball back? Clearly, guys, Lesbiano is trying to buy himself some time to come up with a fabrication, and you will see how he will use a fabrication that he just created on the spot using taqiyya and throw the Sahaba, the companions of Muhammad, under the bus.
Codicy, or what we have of the codicy of Ibn Masud.
Okay, can you pull that up?
Yeah, sure, I can do that. Give me a second. Can I ask you to hold it for a second?
Unbelievable.
So, which narration are you citing?
Which narration?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
So, how do you know that it belongs in, was Ibn Mas'ud's codex, you said?
Yeah.
So, how do you know it belongs?
Guys, he doesn't even know about it. Man, this is embarrassing. He doesn't even know about it. How can you answer the question if you don't even know about this variant? Unbelievable. Is it an Ibn Mas'ud, you said? Libyano. Why are you embarrassing yourself in front of your... You look at this guy. Look how he looks at Libyano. I thought you are my hero. Look at this guy's face. Look at this guy. I can't see this guy's face though, but look how they're looking at Libyano. Libyano, you're going to help us, aren't you? You're going to answer the question, right? But I don't know much about it. I need some time. Answer the question. But how can Libyano answer the question if he doesn't even know that there is a variant for chapter 20, ayah 31? And this variant, this reading, used to be recited by the Ibn Mas'ud and Ubay bin Ka'b. And these are 2 of the 4. Remember in Bukhari Hadith, Muhammad said, learn the recitation of the Quran from Ibn Mas'ud, Ubay bin Ka'b, Salam, the freed slave of Abu Hudayfa, and Ma'ad. 4. So 2 of the 4 top Sahaba are reading chapter 20, ayah 31 differently than today's Quran. Or Qurans, better to say. Like, Ya Ibn al-Qahwa, answer. No answer. He needs to buy himself some time.
Okay, yeah, I'll show you, yeah.
No,
So
I want primary sources, please.
Unbelievable.
Okay, well, let me first refer to Dr. Abu
I don't care. I want primary sources.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Let me. I can give you the primary
Better to
source
say
as well.
Ibn Shahab.
I'm happy to do that.
Ibn
Yeah.
Shahab is better.
So
Ibn Shahab.
the source that Dr. Abu Fadeli cites is Zamashari al-Kasaf.
You see, guys, here the Soko Films did an amazing job here, providing the variant on the screen. Look, the variant is here, guys. The variant is here. And what happens is, if you look closely, I will give you even the bigger scan, don't worry. Here, Muslims try to erase it. Imagine, this is the Birmingham manuscript. Again, let me type it out. This is the Birmingham manuscript. Okay, specifically for chapter 20, ayah 31. 20, ayah 31. Okay, and you see, guys, here is the variant. The wow. In Arabic, the wow. What does wow mean in Arabic? It means end. So, today's Quran is without the end. But the Quran of Ibn Mas'ud and Ubay bin Ka'b was with end. Wow. With the end variant. So, an entire word is missing. The word end is missing. And like I said, look, if you look closely here, guys. Much later, Muslims tried to hide the evidence because they worship the number one deceiver, Allah. They tried to hide the evidence by even removing it from old manuscripts. Do you see how they removed it? But you can still see the trace of them removing it here. Do you see it? They removed it. Can you imagine? What does that tell you? Again, guys, what does it tell you? Question. Very honest, sincere question to everyone. Question. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. What does it tell you about Muslims who try to hide the variants in their manuscripts? What does it tell you about Muslim scribes, Muslim scholars, they call them scholars, who are nothing but deceivers, who try to hide the evidence here? You see my finger? Here, for the people on TikTok, do you see it? Here, they removed the wow. The wow, they removed it. Here. Here is the original reading of Ibn Mas'ud. Here is how it used to be in the manuscript. They removed the wow here, the first letter, wow. Here, this letter, let me highlight it for the people. This letter, wow, meaning end. They removed the word end from here. What does it say about Muslims who play with their manuscripts, remove to hide the variants? Like, upon you and upon your God, who is the best of deceivers for hiding this from the layman Muslims, just to hide the variants by removing them, trying to scratch it from the manuscript, scratching it off. Can you imagine? Rob, it was made appear to us that it was removed, but we still can see the tracing, the remains of the word wow. Imagine Shanti, brother Shanti, or sister Shanti, forgive me. We Christians, when we find a manuscript, whenever we find a manuscript that has variants or maybe scribal errors, we will protect them, these manuscripts, with our lives. We will protect it without anybody trying to play with it. Unlike the Muslims who will not hesitate to scratch it off, to try to erase it, to hide evidence. That's the difference between us and them. Us and them, because we are not afraid of scribal errors and variants. That, by the way, don't change the anything about the Christian doctrine that Jesus Christ came, he died on the cross and resurrected on the third day to take their sins of mankind. Right? But here in Islam, they hide. Why? Why you Muslims try to hide? Why are you trying to deceive the masses by hiding these variants in your own manuscripts? Guys, if I open here, let's see. Look, here's the link that describes, this is the book, this is the main source, right? The main source of Zamakhshari. This is the book of Zamakhshari. Kitab Tafsir al-Kashaf, okay? Volume 3, page 62. Islam, this is the Shamila, Maktabat al-Shamila. It literally says that Ibn Mas'ud, right, used to read it with the word wow, with the letter end. You see it? End here. Today's Quran is different. Look closely, guys. If I make it a little bit bigger, let's see if, yeah, we can manage. Yeah, look closely, guys. Here is the wow. Here is the letter wow, which means end. The letter wow in Arabic, which means end. Okay, do you see it? You can see it, right, guys? That's the reading of Ibn Mas'ud, and also the reading of Ubay bin Ka'b. Ibn Ka'b turned it even upside down, but it's okay for now. I'll try to be generous. Also, he has the word wow. Do you see it here? Wow, wow, end. Okay, it means end. A complete word that was in the Quranic reading of Ibn Mas'ud and Ubay bin Ka'b. Two of the four top scholars when it comes to, or reciters of the Quran. Two of the four top Sahaba who Muhammad commanded the Muslims to go to learn the Quran. Okay? Aywa. And if we, this is the PhD document. If you go to page 172, you'll see where Soko Films got the screenshot from here. Do you see it in the video? So make sure to go to page 172. Do you see it, guys? 172. You'll find this part where it's talking about the variant. Look. Variant in chapter 20, ayah 31. Okay. Ibn Mas'ud reading it differently. And here again, you see how they tried to remove it, to hide the evidence by removing the wow, even in the manuscript of the Birmingham manuscript. They removed it. Do you see it? But we still see the traces. Do you see it? We see the traces, the letter wow missing. Try to hide it, but it's still there, right? It's still there. But if you compare it with today's Quran, guys, look, here's today's Quran. The letter wow is missing. Here. This is what the brother is talking about. Do you see it? The letter wow is missing. Okay. You're getting it, right, guys? You're with me, right? So if I open the manuscript here, I downloaded the manuscript. Look. Here's the manuscript. Look, here they try to erase it. Look closely, guys, here. Here is the erasing. You see it? Here's the word. Here is the word. And here they try to erase. Here. They try to erase the wow. This part here. But what can we expect from Muslim scribes who are trying to make the old manuscript agree with today's Hafs Quran, right? Trying to hide the evidence. But we have the documentation that Ibn Mas'ud in his Mus'haf used to read it with the wow. With the wow here. Right? And so did Ubay bin Ka'b as well. Okay? So did Ubay bin Ka'b as well. And here is the link again for Maktabat al-Shamila, the book or the library Shamila.ws. the famous Maktabat al-Shamila that even Arabic-speaking Muslim scholars, imams and shuyukh use. Okay, and here is the link. Go to page 172 of this document. Okay, page 172, where you see the variants in the Birmingham manuscript. You see there are more, but I'm showing you guys just one that the brother Tim from Speaker's Corner is talking about. This one here. All right. Let us go back and let's listen.
Sorry, what?
Zamakhshari. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you pull up the narration?
I'll see if I can get that.
Here's the source. Page 80.
But this is what she... Yeah, it is, isn't it? So, give me a second. Whilst I don't have that to hand, so it might take me a while. I'm just going to be honest with you.
You should have that on hand.
What I have on hand is this.
Yeah, guys,
this is
the
Dr.
recording.
Ahruf's thesis.
The recording, the volume of the recording is a bit low, but that's because, you know, they are in a park, so I can't put it higher. It's maximum. Look, it's maximum, so can't do anything about it. So you have to, you know, put the volume from your end a little bit higher.
Let me explain.
She's an Orientalist, you know?
It's a woman.
Or she's an Orientalist, yeah?
Yeah, so let me, what do you mean by Orientalist?
But you idiot, the Orientalist is using main sources. She goes straight to the scholar, as we showed you, you idiot. Because you don't know anything about it, Mr. Ducklips, the brother is not using secondary sources. Idiot. I mean, this is what they do, guys. Using tricks to avoid the questions. Libyano, you're a jahil. Like I said earlier, you made a huge mistake. Libyano, you made a huge mistake. Going to Speaker's Corner without being equipped, without any knowledge about the Qira'at and the Ahruf. And when they put you under a little bit pressure, you use these common Muslim tactics, deflecting. What is your main source? He's quoting, he's showing you everything. I mean, what's wrong with you? When Orientalists do research, they go straight to the main sources. And they are showing even in their recording the main sources. Unbelievable.
She studies preservation of the Quran.
Yeah, she looks
no, she's eating boogers out of her nose.
She looks like ancient manuscript.
Yeah, okay. I'm not familiar with her works.
Okay.
That's why I asked you for primary sources.
Okay.
So whatever she's quoting from a Zamakhshari, we first must know whether the narration is authentic or not first.
Okay.
If it is authentic, then the verdict from that will be that this reading would be a shad reading.
This is embarrassing. Like, Ducklips, you're embarrassing the Muslims who are listening to you. You have no answers. Look at them. This guy's laughing. This guy is look. I'm so embarrassed. Look at this guy's eyes. I mean, this is embarrassing. Truly, this is embarrassing.
Then this reading is not considered to begin with.
This is embarrassing.
Okay, so for the sake of argument,
if I would be Muslim, I would be embarrassed.
Found within the reading or the codex of
this is your hero, isn't he? Isn't he one of your top heroes to defend the Ummah, to defend Islam?
Sued.
Yeah.
How would that affect your view of what's being said here?
So if it's authentic and it goes back to Ibn Mas'ud's codex, it would just mean that it's a shad reading.
What does that mean?
So it's a reading that's not multiply independently attested.
Wow. Did he just say what he said, guys? Did you just hear what he just said? Did he just literally utter these words? Because this reading of Ibn Mas'ud and Ubay bin Ka'b, because they are not found in the 7 canonical readings or the 10 Qira'at, we just forget about it? Guys, he just, like I said before I played the recording, he just thrown the Sahaba of Muhammad, the companions, the Sahaba, under the bus. Yalla ya Ubay bin Ka'b, under the bus. Ducklips here just drove over Ibn Mas'ud, and he thrown also Ubay bin Ka'b under the bus. Under the bus, Ubay. Under the bus, let me drive over you. As if they are nothing. يخرب بيتك. Forget about the Sahaba. What about the Sahaba who would swear that they hear these readings from Rasulullah? Didn't your Prophet say, go to Ibn Mas'ud? Didn't your Prophet say, go to Ubay bin Ka'b? But let's forget about Ubay bin Ka'b. Ubay bin Ka'b is a jahil. Ibn Mas'ud is a bigger jahil. Let's drive over the Sahaba, throw them under the bus. And while you're at it, do even takfir. Please, for the love of the hairless shin of Allah, the hairless shin of Allah, the one shin that He has, please do me a favor. Takfir, while you're at it, takfir the Sahaba. Ya duck lips. While you're at it, takfir them as well. Call them kuffar for having different Quranic readings or Ahruf or whatever you want to call them. Exactly, Samawi. Look, Samawi, that's a very good point. The Sahaba used to swear. Again, guys, take a note. Take a screenshot of the comment of Brother Samawi. He's basically saying what I just said earlier. The Sahaba, the companions of Muhammad, swore. They used to swear that they got their reading directly from the mouth of Muhammad. What does duck lips do? He throw them under the bus. Ibn Mas'ud, go under the bus, yallah. Ubay bin Ka'b, under the bus, yallah. Wait, what? Drive over them with a, with a bus. 4x4 over Ibn Mas'ud. Ding ding dirgan dirgan over Ibn Mas'ud. Dirgan dirgan over Ibn Mas'ud. Hey, easy. You just broke my leg. يخرب بيتكم. يخرب بيتكم. What's left? If even the Sahaba are not good enough, guys, we have a couple of options. Option number one, duck lips is a Christian. He's doing our works for us. He's a Christian. Or he is Shia. I don't know. Pick your cherries, Muslims. Maybe he's a Shia. Either he is a Christian, or maybe, option number three, don't forget about, he is a Mossad agent. Could be that he's a Mossad agent. We don't know. Maybe the Jews are paying him. What do you think, Samawi? Samawi, which one of the three options? Or can you add a fourth flavor on top? We have option number one. Duck lips could be a Christian. He's doing our work for us, for me in this case. Maybe he's Shia, throwing the Sahaba under the bus. Or maybe he's a Mossad agent. If you have a fourth flavor, guys, just add. I mean, while we are at it anyway. Skibidi, you want to pretend to be a Muslim? You're not a Muslim, but you want to debate me as a Muslim? Are you okay, bro? We need Muslims. Let's see if we have Muslims. No Muslims. Any Muslim who wants to come up? Someone is saying he's Aisha. Maybe he's his own God. Allahu Alam. He's questioning Islam. Skibidi, you can come if you are a Muslim. You can come if you are, it's okay. Come. Join Discord. Come up as a guest. Come. You're welcome. But please behave. We don't, Muslims, if you truthful, respectful discussion, okay? You listen, I listen, you talk, I talk, okay? Don't speak over me, I don't speak over you. We're not here to fight anybody. We're here for the truth. Any Muslim? Let me pull up the link. Forgive me, guys. I always forget. Why the admin is not reminding me of it? I always forget to pin up the comment. Hold on. I'm getting old, man. Rob, you're getting old. You always forget that, Rob. Here, let me pin it up. Here, Discord server. There's the link. Any Muslim? who can help Duck Lips out, because Duck Lips could be a Mossad agent at this point. We don't know, because he's throwing the Sahaba like Ibn Mas'ud and Ubay bin Ka'b under the bus. So Ibn Mas'ud is a liar. Ubay bin Ka'b is a liar. Just because their readings are not massively transmitted or mass transmitted, and they are not among the 7 Qira'at, you're going to throw them away like that? As if they are garbage? As if the Sahaba are garbage? And you're a Muslim, not us? Are you sure you're a Muslim? Are you sure that you're a Sunni Muslim? Libyano? Are you okay, bro? The worst mistake that he could have done is joining Speaker's Corner and, allowing people to record him, man. Worst mistake. Bad mistake. Where's the guy who wants to come up? He's in Discord? Okay. Worst mistake. Bad mistake. Oh, I did the wrong one. I muted you, huh? The reverse, forgive me. Yalla, bring him up. Where is he? Who's the guy? Bring him up. You? Okay, come up, Habibi. Come. Here, let me invite you. Forgive me, reversion.
ذبحنا.
ذبحنا.
I wanted to talk to you for a minute. How are you, bro? I am watching your streams. I've been watching you on God Logic. You are an amazing speaker.
Thank you for the uplifting words, my friend. But please don't put me on a pedestal. Yes, I'm a kafir like you. No. Anyway, go ahead, my friend. What's your question?
Okay, my family is a really conservative Sunni Muslims. We come from a Salafi line. I'm a Muslim. My name is Ahmed, and I'm really questioning my faith because I am a student and I'm in a Western country. Right? I think because of my logic, I don't want to just see through an Islamic lens. And when I see the Aisha dilemma and the Islamic dilemma, I don't have any answers. I don't see Duck Lips or Sheikh Uthman ibn Ran. I don't see them. They pivot. They don't stay on the topic. They go to the Gospels authority. They don't challenge that topic directly. I still don't have an answer. They don't answer it directly. Never. Not a single one.
I feel your pain. And you know why? Why? Because you're honest. The moment, let me tell you something, brother. The moment you become honest, you will see that there are no answers. The only thing they can do, like Duck Lips does, he creates a new Islamic doctrine and he calls it general confirmation. You must have heard about it, right? Him calling it general confirmation, right?
Yes, I have heard.
But the classical scholars never brought up something called general confirmation. And if you have watched my videos and other people's videos, he even lied about Ibn Kathir and he created a new, even a new language in the Arabic, and he called it Mujmal Tasdiq. That's what he called it. And when we did a little bit of investigation, we found out that he even lied about Ibn Kathir. So yeah, I feel your pain. But my question is, brother, now that you know that all of these, and you even called him Duck Lips, you know that he's a liar. Why are you then still a Muslim if you know that they're lying?
Because of my family and because I went to the mosque, right? And I tried to debate them with it. And they used threats against me, and I got scared, and also the doctrines make like
yeah. So I don't want to ask you what your name is. I don't want to ask you what your age is. From your voice, I can hear that you're a young but very smart young gentleman.
Oh, I just turned 19. April 2nd was my birthday.
Okay. You see, you're already a warrior, so you're already saying it. And for me, when I hear a Muslim says I'm in doubt, for me it's already a sign that you practically left Islam. Be honest, you already left. Say it. Be honest.
I don't know, bro. I'm scared. I don't want to go to hell, bro. I still don't know what's true and what's not true. You know, I just want to be honest.
Let me try to think with you here. You see, I'm not putting pressure on you. Far from. I'm not trying. Please forgive me if you think that that's the case. But
no. You're completely good.
Okay, let me rephrase it. Give me the most. I know you're afraid not to go hell. What is the only thing that is that tiny thread that is keeping you Islam? Give it to me, and so we can refute it. Go ahead.
Okay. The only thread that is keeping me would be the Gospels, like, anonymous authors and, how the Quran is perfectly preserved and all that. That's what it is.
You ready?
The
You're
Gospels,
ready for
like,
what I'm about to show
yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let us show you that when Muslims say stuff like that, anonymous gospels, they are literally throwing the religion.
I wanted to add something.
No problem.
You're a Semite, right? I'm Iranian. Okay. By descent, I'm Iranian.
Hold
so
on,
I
brother.
speak.
Hold on for a second. You asked the question. Let me help you. Look what the scholars of Islam said about the so-called anonymous writers of the gospel. This is why I asked you, are you ready? Look, if I simply open your books, let's see what your scholars and historians, for example, said, what they said. And we're talking about historians who lived in the 8th century, very close to the Sahaba and whatnot. Here is Sirat al-Rasul. Look, this is the oldest book about the life of Muhammad. The oldest book about the biography of your prophet. It's called Sirat al-Rasul. Look, Sirat Rasulullah. You can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. It's called The Life of Muhammad. Basically, the biography about the life of Muhammad by Ibn Ishaq / Ibn Hisham. Okay. If we go to page, watch this. We go to page 104. You can literally download it for free. So I want you to take notes or screenshots. I want you to read what is highlighted there on page 104. Go ahead. Read it.
Okay. It is extracted from what John the Apostle set down for them when he wrote the gospel for them from the testament of Jesus, son of Mary.
Stop. What did Ibn Ishaq just say?
He said it is extracted from what John the Apostle set down for them.
I thought that the
when
gospel writers are anonymous. What happened?
That's a really good point.
The biography about the life of Muhammad, Nabi al-Islam, Rasulullah, in his biography in page 104, and this is the oldest book about the life of the Prophet, dated to the 8th century. Ibn Ishaq mentions John, and he also mentions that John wrote John, and he got it from Jesus Christ. So John wrote John? And not only that, watch this. Yeah. And not only that, if you look closely, he quotes John 15. Look at this. This entire section, John 15:23, all the way to 16:1, quoted. Do you see it?
Feed at hand. Okay. Yeah,
so, you see how they lied to you, brother? You see how they lied to you?
Yeah.
Thank you for the donation, guys. Elijah, thank you for the donation.
Yeah.
So, brother, you see how we just refuted it easily from your own books? Lie on top of lie. They can lie to you, bro. Yeah. And I can do this by the way, all day. I can do this all day.
I have a question too.
Let me show you another thing. Let me show you another thing. Look what we can find as well. Have you ever heard of, for example, Ibn Taymiyyah?
Yeah. He's a really popular.
Look at Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah, the teacher of Ibn Kathir. In Jawab al-Sahih, meaning the correct answer, that's the title of the book. The correct answer, Jawab al-Sahih, that's the title of the book. Volume 3, on page, watch this. Regarding the Gospels, on page...
I have a question real quick.
Sure.
Question.
But hold that thought, please. I want to finish this. It's very tiny, okay? So don't forget what you want to ask me, please. I want to hear you out. So page 22, we scroll up. Read with me. Read for me. What does it say there?
Yeah. But the Gospels in their hands are like books of biographies and books of hadiths. Or like these books, although most of them are authentic.
Most of them are what?
Authentic.
I thought that you Muslims say that the Gospels are corrupted. Yet, according to Ibn Taymiyyah, he admits that there are authentic copies that are not corrupted. Oof. So what did we establish? We established that John wrote John, and we have Gospels of John that are authentic. Oof. Go ahead. What did you want to ask me?
I don't know. There's nothing I can say logically. I'm just going to be pivoting. I can't say anything.
Thank
I'm
you for your
trapped.
honesty. So, my friend, why are you still a Muslim?
Most likely due to family, bro. My family would kill me. I'm not. I can't have that. I don't want them to.
Yeah, and I feel you, my friend. You know, let me tell you something about Christianity, because I'm a Christian. In our Gospels that are authentic, according to Ibn Taymiyyah, we read, for example, where it says, "Do not fear the one who wants to hurt the flesh," meaning your body, right? Do not fear for your life.
Okay.
But fear the one who will hurt the flesh and the soul. You understand what that means?
Yeah.
So let's say someone, finds out that you left Islam and you became a Christian.
Yeah.
You became a Christian. You became a follower of Christ. If someone wants to unalive you, if he wants to take your life, he wants to,
yeah.
You have guaranteed salvation. This is why we Christians, we don't care. Yes, we will go down fighting, defending for our lives. We will defend because self-defense is biblical. But we have guaranteed salvation. If someone comes and unalives me, I'm sure that I will go to Christ. I will see my God. I will not die in my sins. But you need to fear the ones who will deceive you and make you, for example, join a cult like the cult of Muhammad that you are still in, deceive you, and you go to hell because of the deception of Muhammad, which is Islam, because he's a fraud, and we can prove it over and over. Why would you follow a false prophet, brother, who mounted a 9-year-old? Why would you follow a prophet who was zutted by his uncle, his cousin, and the jinn? Why would you do that to yourself?
That hurts, bro. That.
Right?
Yeah, you do make some good points.
I can give you many examples. Why would you follow a prophet who tells his own companions, if you boast, if you are proud about the Jahiliyyah, go bite your father's penis? What kind of prophet says that? Did you know that he said that? Did you know that?
Yeah, I've seen you and God Logic's lives, bro. I've really been researching. I've been crying. That I don't like. This is really, the thing is, right? I have a friend who's a Christian, and he showed me a point which really stuck with me and made me actually questioning. Let me share that point with you, and I want you to answer. He said that since Muhammad was a perfect example for all time, he wasn't a moral relativist, meaning he wasn't applying the moral examples of the 7th century. He was a moral example for all time. He mounted a 9-year-old girl, right? And he said God divinely told him to. And in Matthew 15:6, he said, whoever causes the little ones to stumble, may a windmill or like a stone be put on his neck.
Around his neck, exactly, and throw himself in the sea, meaning this, which means go to hell, in other words. If you cause a little one to stumble, Jesus said it's better to wrap a millstone around your neck and throw yourself in the sea. What did Muhammad say? Come to my bed, little one. Ooh. That's the difference between Christ and Muhammad. Exactly. And on top of that, he made you potential PDF files too, because if you want to apply chapter 65, ayah 4 of the Quran, and if you want to follow the Sunnah of the Prophet, you're a potential PDF file, right? I'm not saying that you are, but you are a potential one, because if you want to practice what the Muhammad did and what the Sahaba did, then yes. Brother, both of us know very well, that you're not a real Muslim anymore. We know that. So like I said, do not fear. Do not fear, brother. I'm not telling you to go and put a sign on your chest, hey, I became an apostate. Do not, if you left Islam, you don't need to tell your loved ones that. But, brother, the moment they confront you with it and they say, did you leave Islam and did you become a Christian? You're not allowed to deny it. unlike in Islam, because you know Islam is the religion of shaitan. In Islam, you're allowed to
Right.
practice taqiyya, and the moment you fear for your life, that your life is in danger, you can say, yeah, I took a crap on Muhammad, and I don't, I'm not a Muslim anymore because I fear my life. Why? Because Islam is a hypocritical cult. And I can show you books, I can show you the same Ibn Taymiyyah. Ibn Taymiyyah says, if you worship idols, if you become a pagan and you worship idols, but in your heart you're a Muslim, even if you practice it outside, you worship an idol, when you fear that your life is in danger, you're still a Muslim. What kind of religion is this? Right?
Yeah, that does not make sense. I mean, the standards, the perfect moral man mounting a 9-year-old girl, which can cause severe psychological and mental damage. Since I'm a doctor, I study all about this, and it really disgusted me because I knew of this from like a long time ago, but I used to justify it, saying it was okay at that time. But it's not okay at that time because Muhammad is a perfect example for all time, not just the 7th century.
Exactly.
He's a perfect moral example for like all time. And that really stuck with me, and I'm really, really questioning, and I'm starting to deconstruct.
Yeah, I understand.
From Islam.
Look, brother, what I just showed you here is, we don't speak without evidence. Look, this is Ibn Taymiyyah in his famous Majmu' Fatawa. Okay, Majmu' Fatawa Ibn Taymiyyah, volume 14, page 120. Page 120. Okay, you can read it if you like. Read it if you like.
Okay. Okay. Can you pull it up?
Yes,
For me?
it's
Okay.
there.
And if he prostrates before an idol and did not intend in his heart to prostrate to it, but rather intended to prostrate to Allah in his heart, that would not be disbelief, and it's permissible. If he was among the polytheists and he feared for his life, to agree with them in the outward action, but intend in his heart to prostrate. MashaAllah, bro.
So you can be
pure
an idol
modesty.
worshiper even if you don't mean it in your heart, but you can still worship the idol. Allah will not, you're not a kafir. If you fear that your life is in danger. What kind of hypocritical religion is this? Imagine if a Christian would say to you, you know what? Yes, I'm a Christian, but I'm allowed to worship this idol. Wait, what? This is what Islam teaches.
Is there any response to this? Like, has any
You know what the
big
response
apologetics?
is? Let me show you the response.
What?
If we go to the student of Ibn Taymiyyah, watch. So I just showed you the teacher. Here is the student. Who? Ibn Kathir. Here is Ibn Kathir. In his tafsir for the Quran. Watch. This is Quran, tafsir. Look what Ibn Taymiyyah said. Look. Ibn Kathir, the student of Ibn Taymiyyah. Ibn Kathir, do you see it?
Yeah,
Chapter 3, ayah 28. We go all the way down. Look what Ibn Kathir said. All the way down. Look what it says. Read this highlighted part.
Ibn al-Qatir. Yeah.
Read it.
Al-Bukhari said that Al-Hasan said that Taqiyya is allowed until the day of resurrection.
So you can play mind games, you can deceive people, you can lie to people until the day of resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
Deception is allowed. It's halal. And this is a religion from God and the religion of truth. So the religion of truth allows you to be a liar? Wow.
Yeah, I don't have any answer. Also, isn't Hassan like the grandson of the Prophet? Doesn't that make him like a supreme authority?
There you go. You said it, not me. You said it, brother.
So the grandson of the Prophet is saying idolatry is allowed. Wow.
Could be a different Hassan though, but
wow.
Anyway, Bukhari reports it. It's in Ibn Kathir. And you see, even Abu Darda is a companion. Look, Abu Darda said, we Muslims, this is Abu Darda, the famous companion. We Muslims, we're talking about the Sahaba, we smile in the face of some people, although our hearts curse them. So you said you have Christian friends, right?
Yeah.
You can pretend to be nice with them, with your Christian friends, but you can curse them in your heart as a Muslim. La'nat Allah on my friends, the Christians. La'nat Allah on Jack. La'nat Allah on Paul. Yes, they are my friends though. Do you see it? So don't be shocked, and I'm talking to the audience too. Chat, when you have an imam who goes on the mimbar, and during the Friday khutbah, he says, La'nat Allah, may Allah's curses be on the Jews and the Christians. Do you see it? In front of you. This is Abu Darda. And then, Al-Bukhari said, yeah.
What about the Shia sources? Are they even more twisted?
Shia is even more worse.
Even more?
It's even more worse, yes.
Oh.
If I show you Shia sources, you'll go crazy, bro.
Can I see some?
Okay. What do you want? What do you want about Shia? Do you want me to show you if you wear black shoes, your penis will stop working?
What?
Yeah. If you wear non-yellow shoes, your penis will stop working.
What the hell?
You must wear yellow shoes. Look, it's on the screen. This is one of the, if not the most important hadith collection called Al-Kafi. Al-Kafi has 4 sections.
Al-Kafi, yeah. Al-Kafi.
Look about the shoe colors. Hadith 12,591. I entered on Abu Abdullah alayhi salam wearing a black shoe. So this guy came with black shoes. Haram, akhi. Black shoe, haram, brother. You can read it. Let me, you read it. It's better that you read it. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay, did you not know there are 3 characteristics in it? The narrator said, I said, what are they? May I be your ransom? He, A.S. alayhi salam, I'm guessing, said, it weakens your vision, loosens your, I don't want to say that word, and brings you depression. On top of that, it is part of the arrogant apparel. Wear the yellow shoes for this 3 characteristics. The narrator said, I said, what are they? Sharpen. Yeah, bro, I can't read this, bro. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this, bro?
You want Shia,
what? I'm sorry. This is not. This is too wild. I couldn't even imagine something like this in the Hadith.
Yeah,
something pure and holy.
Yeah.
And then they say that the Prophet didn't swear and all that.
Bro, if you think Sunni is bad, Shia is even more worse. We say there's a saying that we Christians say, "Khara akhul bawl." Literally it means crap is the brother of pee. So it's the same, from the same source.
Yeah, but
Shia, Sunni.
I want to know something.
Yeah.
I want to know something, right?
Yeah.
The Shia Sunni divide, right?
Mm-hmm.
How and why? Because I'm an Iranian. In our country, Shiaism is really rampant, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should know. My family is one of the only Salafis left, and I'm just wondering, why is Shiaism so rampant? What is it? How did it develop? And it's not even,
it's all about the
correct form.
It's all about the power.
It's all about
power and politics. The Shia they wholeheartedly believe that the first caliphate should have gone to Ali and then continued to his sons and offsprings. So they think that Abu Bakr and Omar, that not only did they command the wives of Muhammad, in this case Aisha and Hafsa, to poison Muhammad, to unalive him, but on top of that, they also stole the caliphate from Ali and his sons.
Also, Rob, I wanted to say something. Yeah. In Shiaism, my family, right? My family has really deep roots to Iran. They've said in Shiaism, true Shiaism, right, which was revealed in Kufa, the people who kept it secret, esoteric, believed that Hassan was divine. What is that? What does that mean? Why? What is that doctrine?
Well,
that actual esoteric Shiaism is believing that Hassan is divine.
Well, they believe that
he's
Muhammad
infallible,
and the household of Muhammad, Shia they believe that Muhammad and the household of Muhammad, so Ahlul Bayt, they are created from the nur of Allah, from the same essence of Allah.
Wow.
You have heard that Allah is nur, right? Allah is light.
Yeah, light.
Well, if Allah is nur, Allah is light, and Muhammad and his household, Ahlul Bayt, are created from nur. There you go. They will not tell you that, or they will not admit it though, that that they believe that Ahlul Bayt or the household of Muhammad are divine, but actually that's what it means.
Aren't there Alawites who believe that Ali is God? How does that come about in a monotheistic religion? Well, such heresies.
It's brother, do me a favor, make sure to first clean up That's what I have learned.
No,
You know, if I know that
there is
I'm
no
in a
doubt, bro.
messy environment,
I
brother.
rebuke Islam.
Yeah.
I
Sorry.
rebuke Islam, bro.
You.
I rebuke Islam, bro.
Wow.
There is no doubt in my mind, bro.
Hey.
There is no mind
Congratulations, my
spot.
friend. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes, bro. This does not make sense, bro. This is
Wow.
too demonic. What you showed me, I don't think
I'm
like
happy
if
for
it's
you.
like, and I don't think like this is really demonic. Like,
Wow.
and from what other points I've been collecting for like a year, this is really opened my eyes. Yeah, this is really demonic. I rebuke this.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm so
Feels
happy
like a
for
weight
you.
off.
I'm so happy for you. And the audience are cheering for you. If you look at the chat, my friend, on YouTube,
I
and on
thank
Discord,
you.
on
I
Discord
thank
and
you.
on TikTok, they're very happy for you. You know, as a Christian brother, you know, I know it's a lot. You know, I'm not putting the sword of Muhammad on your neck or else, you know, to become a Christian. But you know, we have the obligation to preach the gospel to you, to invite you to Christianity. So I'm not trying to pressure you or anything, but what about now that you left Islam? What about accepting Christ in your life as your Lord and Savior? Right here, right now.
Yeah, I'll definitely study into it because I also have, you know, like a little bit of skepticism because I think a healthy amount of skepticism is. So I want to really study more into Christianity and not really Islam. I've been studying Islam for like a year over, and I think it's like no. I'm definitely I cannot defend it. I don't think anybody should or can defend it, and it should just die.
Wow.
And I really thank you for opening my eyes and clearing my doubts because
you're welcome, my friend.
Like. Yeah, I really thank you, and may God bless you, and may
I
the
want to
truth prevail.
congratulate you, brother, for your courage. And it's not easy. I know you already said it in the beginning of our conversation. You know, it's not easy when you're a young dude, or even if you're old. You know, when your family finds out that you become an apostate, you know, immediately your life is in danger. You know, we know the consequences. We know that they might even disown you. You know, but you know, like I said, brother, only and only the truth will set everybody free. If there was truth in Islam, I would be the first as an Arabic native speaker. Native Arabic, I would be a Muslim, right? But there is no truth in Islam. There's no truth with Muhammad. So, brother, like you said, read. You know, there is power in reading. And even our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ told us to investigate. Search inside the books, what is found in the book. So, brother, read the Gospels and you yourself will find out that there is beauty and peace in the message of Christ inside the Gospels.
I definitely will, bro. I really thank you for clearing up my doubts, bro. I have not seen clearer.
Brother, you have become a friend. You have become a friend. I will keep you in my prayers. And chat, keep this young brother, this courageous brother in your prayers for him to find Jesus in his life. I'll pray for you, my friend. Stay safe. Don't give too much personal information out. You know what will happen. So stay safe, brother. And do investigate and read the Gospels. And feel free, brother. You're a friend. Feel free to call me or call any other warrior in Christ. You know, if you are ready, if you want to accept Christ in your life, we can do that. And if you don't want to call in to do that, you can do that in your own private time. But make sure to visit a church, you know, maybe an apostolic church, a Trinitarian church for sure. So maybe a Catholic, Orthodox, you know, Protestant church, whatever you know, go and you know, let them educate you, let them help you out. Make sure to do that. Maybe they can give you a gospel to read from. And yeah, it's a journey, brother. Rome wasn't built in one day. Take your time. Okay.
Thank you, bro, so much. I'll keep watching the live, and I really thank you for sharing such knowledge with us. Bye-bye. I hope you take care.
Thank you for your call, and stay safe. God bless you. All right. That was the brother. Oh, amazing. What a day. What a day, what a day, what a day. Guys, keep the brother in your prayers, please. Anybody who's listening, anybody who's a Christian, pray for this gentleman's safety, this young gentleman's safety. I mean, it's not easy, guys. Wow. It's not easy to leave Islam. It's not. Who told you that? I mean, you heard the young dude. You heard him. Amazing. Pray that he will find Jesus in his life, guys. Without Jesus, you're still in the middle. You're still not saved. But he's there. He's there, you know. He knows a bit about Christianity. He has been talking to Christians, so that's amazing. And keep studying, brother. Don't allow anybody to deceive you anymore. And don't go back. Don't go back to Muhammad anymore. Amazing. Wow. Wow. Anyway. Where was I? Yeah, here. Here. You're with me, guys? After what this conversation, I'm amazing. Actually, I don't care about what Libyano said, guys. You see, guys, why we are doing this? For these kind of people, for these types of Muslims. The truth-seeking Muslims out there who are willing to use their brains. The very moment you start to use your brains and you don't allow fear to control your lives, because that's the only thing that is keeping these people alive. In Islam, guys, fear. Fear is what keeping Muslims. The moment they are allowed or they give their brains the chance to function, they have no other option but to leave. You heard him, you cannot defend Islam. It's recorded. And he's honest about it. You cannot defend Islam. And if you want to defend Islam, you must use taqiyya and makr. Makr and taqiyya is the key to defend Islam. The makr of Allah, the deception of Allah. Chapter 3, ayah 54. And we read already together what we can find in Tafsir ibn Kathir, right, guys? Taqiyya is halal. Al-Bukhari said that, Al-Hasan said, the taqiyya is allowed, it's halal until the day of resurrection. There you go. Very clear language. You can lie. As long you're a Muslim, you can lie. As long there is something called the final hour, until you reach the final hour, until the last day, you are allowed to practice makr and taqiyya. Deception, lies on top of more lies. This is the religion of Islam, guys. This is Islam. Let's continue, guys. You're with me, guys? Do you want me to stop or should we continue? What do you think? Are there more callers or version? Are there more truth-seeking Muslims out there who wants to talk with me? Who wants to talk? That was an awesome conversation, guys. Awesome conversation. Thank you. Continue.
We sure hope so, but nobody is now.
What? Sorry, reversing. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat it one more time? I did not hear you correctly.
I said we sure hope we have more people who can question and come up and ask.
Amen to that, brother. Amen. That was awesome, man.
It's because of the delay, brother. Yeah.
Wow.
So we hope more people come up and ask questions.
I hope so, man. You see, guys, we will not try to mute you. We will allow you to speak. But if you make claims, you should also allow us to refute you or address. If you think that we cannot refute, address what you say. Don't speak over me. Let's have a conversation. We are not here to fight. Right? Mr. Dawah Assassin, you can come up if you like. You claim to be a Dawah Assassin. Wow. Mr. Dawah Assassin, I know you're watching. Come up. Why are you scared to come up? Any Muslim? Tap the screen, guys. Smash the like button. Tappity tap. Smash that like button, baby. Use a siwak, though. Siwak. Tap it lightly, brother. Tap, tap, tap. Tap it light. Tap the like button lightly, brother. Don't hit it in the face, brother. Any Muslim? No Muslim? Okay. Guys, there's another part of the discussion of Libyano and Brother Tim in Speaker's Corner. Brother Tim from Speaker's Corner. About what Zayd did. How he basically, what he did during the caliphate of Abu Bakr and later during the caliphate of Uthman. Okay. Here is what was said about Zayd bin Thabit and what he did. Watch.
We can talk about Uthman's compilation.
Yeah, what about Uthman's compilation?
When he compiled the Quran, right? It was in Sahih Al-Bukhari, hadith number 4987. It talks about this, not compilation, sorry, the standardization of the Quran.
Yeah.
He used the Quran that was passed down from Abu Bakr to Hafsa.
That's not the only thing he used.
Or what did he use then?
You should know the hadith. You're arguing against.
No, you tell me that. You tell me.
This is your sauce. So
but you tell me, like, you tell me, what did he use?
He used that, and he also needed 2 witnesses for each passage that heard it directly
where's
from
that
the Prophet.
Where's that in the hadith?
It's in the hadith, bro. Here, can you
show me that in the hadith?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Here you see, because we are Christians, here, Duck Lips did say it correctly. So Zayd did say it correctly. Libyano did say it correctly, but there is always a but. But you're with me, right, guys? He did say that he went to find. Always find 2 people to make one ayah go in the Quran. Okay, but what happens is, like I said, there is a but. What is the but? Duck Lips confuses, because he doesn't know much. He confused the first collecting during Abu Bakr. So he's confused. And this is why Tim is asking him to show the evidence. Versus much later under the rule of Uthman. So he's correct, but at the same time he's wrong. He's confused. Okay? He is wrong, confused. Yes, he said it correctly, but at the same time he's confused. He thinks that Zayd did that during the time of Caliph Uthman, and Tim will spank him.
You haven't read this. Can you pull it up? Because my phone is dead. Can you pull it up here?
The narration of Ali.
Yeah. You've never come across this before? Which Bukhari is? I forgot the number. Let me just pull it up. 4968.
I will address, built for speed, I will address that part too. He left it out. Exactly. But hold your horses, Christians, Muslims, hold your camels. No spoilers, if you know what I mean. Wink.
Okay, here. So this is one of them.
What's the hadith, please?
This is Bukhari 4784.
Yeah.
So this is not the exact one I'm looking for, but this mentions the same thing. So it says, narrated Zayd bin Thabit, when we collected the fragmentary manuscripts of the Quran into copies, I missed one of the verses of Surah Al-Ahzab, which I used to hear Allah's apostle reading. Finally, I did not find it with anybody except Huzaym al-Ansari, whose witness was considered by Allah's apostle equal to the witness of 2 men. Okay?
Can you see this?
So, here. So, the context of this is that Zayd bin Thabit was told to collect each verse and require 2 witnesses for each verse.
But like ya Ahmar ibn Ahmar, like ya Ahmar ibn Ahmar, you are confusing the caliphate of Abu Bakr with Uthman. Like ya Ahmar. Like ya Ahmar ibn Ahmar. He is confusing the caliphate, the rule of Abu Bakr, with the much later rule during the caliphate of Uthman. So what happens is Abu Bakr commanded Zayd bin Thabit to go collect the Quran, find it on fragments, where you can find it on bones of animals, for example, shoulder blade of an animal. You get the idea, right? Shoulder bone, or animal skin where the eyes were written down, even on stones or even on wood. So what he does is he's confusing Abu Bakr's time with the much later Uthman time. He's confused.
So he says, okay, I went and did that, but one verse here in Surah Al-Ahzab,
idiot,
I only found 1 witness. who was what was it? Abu Khuzaym al-Ansari.
Yeah.
But I remembered the Prophet saying that his testimony is equal to 2.
Okay.
So then he completed the whole Quran, requiring 2 witnesses for each verse, except for one verse, he found 1 witness for it, but that man's witness was equal to 2 witnesses according to the Prophet.
Okay, so based on what you're saying there in that hadith, you're inferring that when Uthman standardized the Quran, because he had Zayd bin Thabit, and he had 3 men from the Quraysh that were helping with the transcribing.
Absolutely.
You're inferring from them finding the last verse of, or the last 2 verses of Surah Al-Azab with this.
I'm not inferring. There was a direct command. I just can't find the hadith right now.
Again, you see, guys, he's asking him about Uthman, right? He asked him about the rule of Uthman. What does he do? He confuses what happened during the lifetime of Uthman with what happened during the lifetime of Abu Bakr. Because in the time of Abu Bakr, that Mus'haf was given to Hafsa. Don't confuse it with Hafs. Hafsa, the wife of the Prophet, right, of Momo, and she put it under her bed, basically, under her pillow, in her house, let's say. That's where the Mus'haf stayed. Then Omar comes into power, Abu Bakr dies, Omar rules for a couple of years, Omar dies, and then Uthman came into power. So he's duck lips here. This donkey, this buffoon, is confusing the rule of Uthman with what happened during the rule of Uthman with the first caliph, Caliph Abu Bakr. Idiot! And you claim to be a Muslim. If I would be a Muslim here, watching, you see all of these Muslims? I would grab him by the beard, and say to him, why are you lying? Why are you lying about Islam? Why are you lying about the incidents? But nobody is correcting him. Do you see all of these donkeys? You see all of these donkeys here? They are not correcting him. Why? Why are you not correcting this liar? Because you're layman like him? Aywa.
This hadith.
Can you find?
You see, guys, why I said in the beginning, he made the worst mistake going to Speaker's Corner, because now you're giving us weapons in your hands to show all the Muslims and the Christians that you are a jahil miskeen. You don't know anything about Islam. You don't. You think that you do, but you don't.
That's very important.
Yeah, but it's enough here. It tells you.
No,
right
I
there.
need that hadith.
So, tell me what this means.
What you're saying.
Okay,
this
brother,
is
brother.
Libyano, one second.
Just let me talk, bro. Let me talk. When I told you to pull out that passage, narration, you said I don't have it on me. So I said, okay, I'm not going to give you a hard time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm happy to take the time.
So now
I'm happy to take the time to find.
Just 1 second. Now this is sufficient. There is a command directly. Please find it. Okay.
Who commanded it? Because according to you, it's Abu Bakr, or not? No, it's Uthman. Which one?
This is amazing. Command directly for 2 witnesses for each passage. We're just trying to find it right
Who
now.
commanded that? Abu Bakr or Uthman? Well, guys, Ducklips here thinks that Uthman commanded it. No, the correct is, it's during the rule of Abu Bakr, the first caliph. So he's confused.
Yeah, because I wrote is at the top of sunnah.com there. This is sufficient.
This is amazing.
It actually infers that, like you said. Okay? You find it. Can you tell me what it means?
Okay, let me respond to you.
Okay, just tell me what this means.
Please, let me respond, please, because what you're trying
Guys,
to
watch the response from brother Tim. Watch how Tim will bury him.
show me is that there were 2 witnesses to verify the Quran for each passage under Uthman's standardization. Right?
Right?
But
right? He said yes.
This is the problem that I have.
Watch.
When we look at the hadith, Bukhari 4987, where it talks about the Uthman compilation, and the one just before, 4986, where it talks about Abu Bakr.
Did you catch it? So the Christian knows Islamic history better than the Muslim. He got it right. The Christian is teaching ducklips. Brother Tim in Speaker's Corner is teaching ducklips the history of Islam. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Do you see how duck lips is nothing but a one? He's nothing but a one-trick pony. يا جاهل يا مسكين. يخرب بيتك. Cooked. Absolutely cooked. I had the idea, guys, to do part 1, part 2, part 3, but I was like, you know, that's too much asked from me because, you know, guys, I'm very busy. I don't like to cut it into pieces. I will let you do it, guys. Cut today's live stream into pieces and re-upload it on your channels, okay? It's too much for me. I wanted to do one about Ahruf, then about this incident where he embarrassed himself. And I'm still not done because I need to say something about the Khuzaymah. But Brother Tim just baked him and showed that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's confused. Here's again, one more time. Listen to Brother Tim one more time.
When we look at the hadith, Bukhari 4987, where it talks about the Uthman compilation, and the one just before, 4986, where it talks about Abu Bakr, Uthman standardization, the one just before in 4986, where it talks about Zayd collecting the Quran for Abu Bakr, that was the same Quran that they used to transcribe.
Exactly.
Now, I don't see anywhere in the hadith of Uthman where they the stuff, because it says that they were to make perfect copies. That's the word that they use in the English, to make perfect copies of the manuscripts that Uthman had asked.
Let's see if Libyano will apologize for making the mistake.
From Hafsa. So I don't see why they were going to be getting materials from other people to make those copies. Do you understand what I'm saying?
So what is the hadith that it showed you say?
Guys, he still wholeheartedly believes in his own words. He just destroyed the history of the collecting and the compilation. You get the idea, right? He's confusing two caliphates, two different rulings, the ruling of Abu Bakr and Uthman together. He thinks that it's one incident. Wow. He thinks that it's one complete incident.
It says, I understand what it says.
Okay, what is it?
It says that this Quzayma had the witness of two.
Okay, why did he need a witness of two?
It doesn't say why he needed a witness of two.
You can infer it very
And you
easily.
can't infer.
You can.
But this.
So he's compiling the Quran.
Yeah.
Okay. He found every verse, except the last one. He had a problem with.
No,
it.
he wasn't finding verses. You're wrong.
Just look.
No, you're wrong.
Brother,
wait.
Exactly, he is wrong. And he's not admitting that he's wrong. Guys, duck lips, Libyano is not getting it. He's not understanding what Tim is trying to tell him. Tim is trying to tell him that you're confused about the rule of Abu Bakr and the rule of Uthman. And he's not getting it.
You're wrong here. You're wrong here. I don't know. Wait. No. I need to talk now. No. Wait, Libyano. You're actually wrong here. You're actually wrong here, Libyano.
You haven't even read the narration.
No, I know the narration. I'm citing the narration for you.
What is it?
No, it's
What's the narration?
4987.
Yeah. What is the narration?
It's Bukhari 4987.
No, what does it say?
Well, the whole thing.
What does it say?
It talks the whole thing. You want me to tell you the whole thing?
What does it say?
Bro,
The one I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
What am I talking
It's about Quzayma having a witness of two.
Why does he need a witness
I know
of
why
two?
he has a witness of
Why
two.
does he need a witness?
The issue is not Khuzaymah for a second. That's not the issue. The issue is that you don't know your Islamic history. You're confused about Abu Bakr, what Abu Bakr commanded Zayd to do, and you're confused about much later during the caliphate of Uthman, what Uthman ordered Zayd to do. That's what you're confused about. Duck lips. You don't know Islamic history.
Let me respond. Bro, I'm losing my thought. I'm trying to have. There's something that I need to say. Let me say it. I let you speak before. You're mixing things up in the
Exactly. He's mixing things up. Did you hear it? I immediately caught it. And Tim caught it. Because Tim knows Islam history better than him. Brother Tim here knows Islamic history better than duck lips. Listen carefully.
Losing my thought. I'm trying to have. There's something that I need to say. Let me say it. I let you speak before. You're mixing things up in
You're mixing things up.
Uthman standardization.
Exactly.
Right? During Uthman standardization, Zayd bin Thabit and the three men from the Quraysh were not going around finding Quranic material.
Exactly.
That was 20 years earlier under Abu Bakr when
boom! And that's why the confusion of duck lips is. Duck lips doesn't know anything. He's a one-trick pony. even the kuffar need to teach duck lips Islam's history, what the Sahaba did and what they did not do, what happened during the rule of Abu Bakr, and what happened much later during the rule of Uthman. And this guy is supposedly the champion of da'wah. This is the champion of da'wah, guys. This is the champion of da'wah. This is the best that they got. Can you imagine? He's confused.
Material. That was 20 years earlier under Abu Bakr, when Abu Bakr ordered Zayd to collect the Quran from fragmentary scripts. When he did that, he then put that Quran together. It went from Abu Bakr to Umar and then to Hafsa.
Exactly.
That manuscript then, hold on a second. Wait 1 second. Yes, yeah. That manuscript then.
Now he got it. Finally he got it. What an embarrassing moment for duck lips. Here, Brother Tim just destroyed, even a speaker's corner, he destroyed his career and proved that this guy is a jahil. Like, you're a jahil. Why are you there? Why are you there? Why did you even show your face? Guys, he gave it to us. He gave it to us on a silver pattern. Do you see, guys, why I needed to do today's live stream? He's in panic mode, yeah. He understood that he messed up. Duck Lips just thought, I messed up badly. But he's not going to admit it, though, because he's still a Muslim. He knows he's allowed to practice taqiyya. He literally thought to himself, I just messed up. And this Christian kafir, Brother Tim, just put me in my place in front of the Muslims. Look at this donkey here, another donkey, here's another donkey, all of them donkeys. They don't know anything about Islam, by the way. Donkeys. And I'm not trying to insult the actual animals in the process. That's not my intention. Okay? This is the dawah hero of Islam, guys. Unbelievable. This is the guy that they learn from, supposedly. Anyway. Regarding Khuzaymah, guys. Regarding the hadith that was put on the screen earlier. Okay? Regarding the hadith that was presented on the screen. Look. Narrated Zayd bin Thabit. When we collected the fragmentary manuscripts of the Quran into copies, I, Zayd, missed one of the verses from Surah Al-Ahzab, which I used to hear Allah's Messenger reciting it. Finally, I did not find it with anybody except Khuzaymah al-Ansari, whose witness was considered by Allah's Messenger equal to the witnesses of two men. Did you catch it? So one guy, his witness counts for two men. You're with me, right? Guys, you're with me, right? Take notes. One Sahabi, one companion is two men. Just like in Islam, two women is one man. This famous companion, Khuzaymah al-Ansari, who's from the helpers of Medina, who converted to Islam in Medina, that's why it's called al-Ansari. The Ansar, right, are the helpers of Momo in Medina. Helpers of Momo in Medina. So he converted to Islam in Medina. So now you get the terminology also. You understood it. Why it's called Al-Ansari, the helper, meaning the helper. Okay? Al-Ansar, the helpers. Okay? The people who followed Muhammad in Medina when Muhammad migrated to Medina in the year 622. Okay? You're with me, all right, guys? I hope you're taking notes. Okay. So, I want to address this because there's a huge deception going on regarding Khuzaymah al-Ansari becoming, his witness becoming equal to two men. Here, Muhammad, Momo, plus Khuzaymah, Muhammad plus Khuzaymah are nothing but deceivers. And they are together with it. clearly, I believe, if you want to ask my humble opinion, I think that Muhammad gave him a lot of money to play the deception game with him. Why, Rob? Let me tell you why. Watch. What I'm trying to tell you is this. When Zayd collected the ayahs and he went to people to make sure, he needed 2 men. Each ayah, one ayah to make it Quran, to be put in the Quran, he needed the testimony of 2 men, right? 2 different Sahaba. Okay? 2 different men. Testimony of 2 men. Right? But Zayd used the false testimony of Khuzaym al-Ansari. Watch why. Why, Rob? Look. Here's why. Here is what I put for you on the screen, guys. Look. Questions. Supposedly the Sahaba memorized the Quran. Where is the memorization? Down the drain, in the sewage where it belongs. If they truly have memorized the Quran, why do you need all of this mess to happen? That's one. Number 2, Zayd made an exception for this one man because supposedly his count, he is equal to the 2 men. Is equal to 2 men, their testimony, right? Number 3, Zayd disobeyed Allah's direct command, committing kufr in the process. Zayd bin Thabit, who was commanded by Abu Bakr, this is during the rule of Abu Bakr, to collect the Quran, but he disobeyed a direct command. He disobeyed a direct command. Mr. Shi, make some tea for me. Yeah, Mr. Shay, Mr. Shi, whatever your name is, come up. You can call us names. Come up. Yeah. If you are more man than your mother Aisha, you are going to come up instead of spamming the chat like a donkey. You're a donkey, dude. So, disobeying a direct command, Rob. Yeah, watch why am I saying it? Look, chapter 2, 282. Chapter 2, 282. Look what it says. And bring to witness 2 witnesses from among your men. Do you see it? Not 1, 2 of them. 2. Do you see the 2? Chapter 2, 282. 2, 282. Aywa. Quran. Here's the link. So you can see it with your own eyes. Bring 2 witnesses, not 1. Now if we go to the hadith, right? If we go to the hadith, it's not only the ayah found in Surah Al-Ahzab, but also chapter 9, ayah 128 and 129 as well. So we have 3 different ayahs, guys. 3 different ayahs. The ayah found in Surah Al-Ahzab, but also chapter 9, ayah 128 and 129. So we are talking about 3 ayahs that should never been added to the Quran. Now I'm going to prove it. 3 different ayahs that should have never been added to the Quran because it's based on a false testimony of this Khuzaym al-Ansari. Okay? From Surah At-Tawbah and Surah Al-Ahzab. Okay? He's a false liar. And here is why. Look. You're with me, right, guys? And here is the hadith that is the key for all of it. Here is the hadith that is the key for all of it. Watch. Here's what happened and why Khuzaymah became supposedly equal to 2 men. Watch. The Prophet bought a horse from a Bedouin. You're with me, right, guys? Don't allow any Muslim to distract you, please. Don't allow any Muslim to distract you. Okay? Let the admins do their job. The admins are for stuff like that. Okay? The Prophet supposedly bought a horse from a Bedouin. The Prophet took him with him to pay him the price of the horse. How much? How much? Couple of dinars? Okay, no problem. Shaking hands? Okay. The Messenger of Allah walked quickly and the Bedouin walked slowly. The people stopped the Bedouin and began to bargain with him for the horse, and they did not know that the Prophet had bought it. So other people also wanted to buy. Maybe this was a special breed or something, special horsey. Special horse, brother. Everybody wants to buy the horse. Okay, the Bedouin called the Messenger of Allah saying, if you want this horse, Ya Rasulullah, ulala Ya Rasulullah, if you want to buy this horse, then buy it. Or otherwise, I will sell it. You're with me, guys? What's happening? Is everybody with me? Chat, you're with me? Chat, you're with me? Give me one, please. Yeah, just time them out, exactly. If there are a bunch of trolls, give them a timeout. Okay, so if you, Ya Muhammad, want to buy it, then I will sell it to you. The Prophet stopped when he heard the call of the Bedouin and said, have I not bought it from you? The Bedouin said, I swear by Allah, I have not sold it to you. So we have the seller, his word against Momo. The seller says, I have already sold it to you. I have not sold it to you, forgive me. I swear, and he's swearing, you see it. I swear by Allah, I have not sold it to you. But Muhammad says, but I bought it already from you. So who's honest? Who's honest here? The seller or the buyer, in this case Muhammad, supposedly, if he's truly a buyer. The Bedouin said, I swear by Allah, I have not sold it to you. The Prophet said, yes, I have bought it from you. So we need, in this case, we need an eyewitness. We need an eyewitness. We need an eyewitness, guys. Now watch this. The Bedouin began to say, bring a witness, Ya Rasulullah. We need a witness. Where's the witness? We need a witness. Zayd bin Thabit, this is Husayma al-Ansari, by the way. Husayma then said, I bear witness that you have bought it. Wait a second. Were you there? No, he wasn't. Watch. The Prophet turned to Husayma and said, on what grounds do you bear witness? How are you a witness? Muhammad said. Momo said, how are you a witness? On what ground do you bear witness? He said, Husayma said, by considering you trustworthy, Messenger of Allah. And because of that saying only, Muhammad made the witness of Husayma equivalent to the witness of two people. Hold on.
Emotional damage.
Guys, imagine, you're in court. You are in court. Okay? You are in court in front of a judge. And the judge asks you, are you a witness? You will say, no, I'm not a witness. But I believe that the guy who is in front of you, okay, he's not a killer. But did you see that he's not a killer? Were you there? No, I wasn't. No. So how are you eyewitness? Because I believe that you are trust. I believe that he's not a murderer. I believe he's an honest man. He didn't commit the murder. You're with me, right, guys? How is he an eyewitness? Even Muhammad says, on what? Look, the Prophet turned to Husayma and said, on what grounds do you bear witness? Did you see me buying it? No. His answer is, for being supposedly a witness, by considering you trustworthy. How is this an eyewitness? How is this an eyewitness? How is this a witness? So in other words, guys, notice chapter 9, 128, chapter 9, ayah 129, and chapter 33, ayah 23, that are now in today's Quran, were found only with one man. And that man was Husayma al-Ansari, who was a false witness. Yet the Prophet made him equal to two men. I just destroyed the Quran. I just destroyed the Quran, guys. I just destroyed the Quran, and the testimony of Muhammad being honest, because he used a false witness and made him even equal to two men. And because of that, Zayd used him as one man to put the three ayahs in the Quran. Boom! It's game over for Islam. Again, game over. False prophet, false witness, three different ayahs that should not be in the Quran. Do you see, like the gentleman who called me earlier, who left Islam live on air? Why, the moment you start to use your brains, you must leave Islam? Because you cannot defend this. Using a false witness, and not only that, making him equal to two men. And because of that, Zayd used him to put the ayahs in the Quran. Using this false witness, his testimony that is supposedly equal to two men. Do you see it? Khuzaym al-Ansari. And I could not find these verses with anybody other than him. Specifically ayah 9, chapter 9, ayah 128, 129. And also the ayah in Surah Al-Ahzab as well. In the other hadith that we played the recording from. Remember? This one here. Do you see it? For Surah Al-Ahzab. Also that ayah was only found with him. One of the verses in Surah Al-Ahzab. You see it? And he found it only with one person. Zayd, did not find it with anybody except Khuzaymah. Whose witness, do you see how everything is connected? Whose witness was considered by Muhammad equal to the witness of two men. Do you see it? We just destroyed the Quran, guys, again. And we destroyed the false prophet Muhammad, who is bringing false witnesses, who are bearing false witness. Muslims, wake up. You have been told a lie. Your whole life is nothing but a deception. Muslims, your whole life is nothing but a deception. Did you catch it? It made appear that he was a witness. That's a good one. That's a good one. Guys, to sum it up, chapter 9, 128, chapter 9, 129. And so, ayah number 1, 2, and 3 should have never been in the Quran because they were found with the false eyewitness, Khuzaym al-Ansari. Take a screenshot. I challenge any Muslim to refute me on this. I challenge any Muslim to refute me on this. If you are truly the son of your mother and that father, come up and let's debate about this, Muslims. I challenge you to come up. I challenge you to come up and defend the liars Khuzaymah and his false prophet. Khuzaymah is a liar and Muhammad is a liar, using a false eyewitness, making him even equal to two men. On what ground are you making him equal to two men? On being a false eyewitness? And disobeying a direct command from the Quran. Because Allah said, guys, in chapter 2, ayah 282, you need the witness of two witnesses from among your men. You see what Muhammad just did? So, Muhammad is above Allah, Muhammad is above the Quran, and on top of that, he used false eyewitness. And because of that, a direct response, 3 different ayahs are added to the Quran that should have never been part of the Quran. These 3 different ayahs should have never been part of the Quran to begin with. Based on the condition that Zayd said, supposedly. There's a condition. There is a condition. You need 2 men to add an ayah to the Quran. And we also showed you how Duck Lips was confused. But he won't admit it, though, that he was confused. But he was caught red-handed. He made the worst mistake going to Speaker's Corner. It's all recorded, man. It's all recorded. Unbelievable. Any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? This is amazing. Any Abdul? Is there any Abdul who can defend his false prophet, who is literally ordering false witnesses to work for him? What an amazing prophet, man. What an amazing prophet. And since we're talking about the Qira'at and Ahruf, did you know that even among the 7 Qira'at, not sure if you ever seen this before, I've talked about it before in the past. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Ya Akhwan, Ya Kuffar, Muslims, Ya Muwahidun Billah, you're with me? Let me show you more disasters. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know that if we look at the Qira'at, okay? If we look at the Qira'at, look, here are the 7 Qira'at. Do you see it? 7 readers who are responsible for the 7 Qira'at. As you see on the screen, guys, every teacher has 2 students. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Every teacher has 2 students. Do you see it? 1, 2. Teacher on the left, student on the right. So this is what they call the canonical readings, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Later they added also 3 more, right? They became 10. So what I'm trying to say is this. This is 1 to 7. This is Ibn Mujahid. Ibn Mujahid canonized it. Later, Ibn al-Jazari added the 3 extra flavors on top.
Rob, can you remove the comment, please?
Yeah, sure. Forgive me. Thank you for reminding me, brother. Keep it always an eye, okay? We are humans. God bless you. So, and this is Ibn al-Jazari. Ibn al-Jazari adding the 3 flavors in the much later in history, okay? Much later in history. Around 3-4 centuries later. Ibn Mujahid canonized the early 7, and then 3 extra were added later. You're with me, right, guys? Aywa. Let me prove to you that the number 7 here, Al-Kisai, if you read about his life, you will not take his Quran. Yet Ibn Mujahid did not care and he added his Quran. Let me show you. Let me show you what kind of people Muslims get their Qurans from. Okay? But of course, Muslims know about this. They must have heard about this. Not. They are learning from us, of course. Let me show you what we can find about number 7 on the list. Number 7 on the list. Okay? Watch this. And we have his Quran. Look, here is supposedly his Quran. Al-Kisai al-Kufi. You see it? So if you go to the bookstore, you can buy Qira'at, as we call it, Qira'at, or the reading of Al-Kisai. Qira'at al-Kisai. That's what it says on the cover here. Qira'at al-Kisai. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. Even bigger. Qira'at al-Kisai. You can see it, right, brother Reversion? It's clear, right? That's what it literally says. Al-Kisai here. Ayo. Qira'at al-Kisai. Okay. So this is number 7 on the list.
I can see that. قراءة الكسائي من طريق الشاطبية.
Aywa. So this is here, number 7, the teacher of Abu al-Harith and Ad-Duri. So this is the teacher, Al-Kisai, and he has 2 students. Now let's see what he did to the students. So he has how many students? Two students, right, brother Reverson? 1 and 2. Two students. Let's see what he did to them. You ready, guys, for the shocking information that we are about to put on the screen? Let's see what he did to his two students, what he did to Abu al-Harith and Ad-Duri.
Yes.
Watch. We're ready. We're ready. Watch. We're going to go to Sunni and Shia sources. Both to Sunni and Shia sources who agree. Watch. First, we open the Sunni source, the book of Jalaluddin al-Suyuti himself. Bughat al-Wa'ad by Jalaluddin al-Suyuti. And here is the link for the book. The Imam al-Suyuti himself. Maybe a Muslim will say he's a kafir. Imam al-Suyuti. This is his book. Is the link working, brother Reverson? I hope the link is working. This is very damaging, guys. What I'm about to show you is highly, highly damaging because these are the...
Yes, it's working.
Okay, beautiful. So these are the people that they get their Qurans from. This is the early 7, guys. You see it? The canonical 7. And this is his Quran. So let's see who Al-Kisai is. Watch. On page, so volume 2, on page 163, we have the receipt. Page 163. 163, do you see it? Aywa. We go down. Let's read. Ibn al-Arabi said, Al-Kisai, this is the same Al-Kisai, was the most knowledgeable of people, precise and learned in the Arabic language, an honest reader. So it's about him. Okay. Except that he kept drinking wine. In Islam, it's haram to drink wine. And approach the young boys. If he did what? The young boys. The young boys. They get the Quran from a homosexual, a proud rainbow community member. A proud rainbow community member gave you the Quran? How many Muslims know that they are literally what they call the mass-transmitted Qurans or mass-transmitted readings? The guys who are teaching them, one of them is at least a homosexual who effed his own students. How many Muslims know this? So this is the Sunni. What about the Shia? Do the Shia agree? Let's see. Here is a Shia book, Shia source. Shia, okay? Guys, this is Shia. Let me put it on the screen so that the people are not confused. Shia book. So the Shia and the Sunni, let's see if they are agreeing on it about Al-Kisai. And here's the link for the Shia. Okay. Here's the link for the Shia book. So this is Shia. Do not confuse it with the Sunni. Okay. So I'm showing you what the Sunni and the Shia say about him. Okay. Shia book. Okay. Not Sunni. Shia. On page 36, 35 and 36. Yeah. 35 and 36. Look. First 35. Page 35. You're with me, right, guys? Give me a 1. Page 35. You see, I'm only reading, Ya Akhwan. I'm only reading. We're going to read. And here is his name, report number 7. 7. That's the report number about him. And that's his name there that you see. Al-Kisai Al-Kufi. Al-Kisai Al-Kufi. Short for Al-Kisai. Okay? That's him. We go to the next page because there's a lot of information about him. But it says here, كان الكسائي. Okay? Al-Kisai was, and it continues on the next page. Al-Kisai was, and then we have to go to the next page. Next page, please. Page 36. On the next page, page 36 here. 36, aywa. So this is page 36. Okay, let me put it there. Al-Kisai was the most knowledgeable of people. This is the Shia source. Although he was harsh, stern in character, he kept drinking wine. He was a proud alcoholic and approached the young boys. He sodomized the young boys. You see it? I rest my case. These are the people who they get their Qur'ans from. And they're so proud about it, like Duck Lips earlier. Mass transmitted early 7 canonical readings. But this guy is a homosexual. He practiced sodomy with young boys. And he was a proud drinker or consumer of wine. Back to back. Of wine. Are you proud, Muslims? You must be proud about him. That's one of the readers of the Quran. And he's among the early 7, right? If we go back. That's him. That's the guy here. Number 7 on the list. Number 7 on the list. That's him. And that's what he did to his students, probably. Unbelievable. We can dig a lot of garbage about these people, but you get the idea. You know, even if you do some research about them. And all of them have all kind of issues, like Hafs. Hafs was a liar. Well, we are at it anyway. Right? Asim had issues. All of them had issues. Right? Is there any Muslim who can defend his Quran and the reciters and the rawis and transmitters and readers of the Quran? Al-Qurra? Any Muslim? I challenge you to come up now. Now that you notice what I can do. Is there any Muslim? Is there any Muslim? What about these two people? The most popular Quranic reading, the Quran of Hafs. Here is Hafs. You see him? This is the most popular reading. Around 90% of all Muslims on this planet uses reading. So, again, this is the teacher, Asim. And Asim has 2 students, Shaba, and he has also Hafs. Let us go straight to Hafs. Who was Hafs? What did Hafs do? What did they say about Hafs? What did they say about Hafs? What did they say about Hafs? This guy here. Muslims got the Quran from Hafs. If you open the Quran, Muslims, you'll see this Quran is the recitation according to Hafs. Open your Quran, that's what it should say in the Arabic. If we go to this book, volume 2, page 140 and 141, I gave you the link already. You're with me, right, guys? He's more worse than being gay, guys. More worse. Look, we go and we open the pages, brother. Look, I will make it very, very clear for you. Muslims got the Quran from Hafs, right? That's what they say. So this is page 140 of the book of Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, right? Ibn Hajar, Tahdhib al-Tahdhib by Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. He's a scholar, as you noticed, on information about is readers and students of the readers, in this case, Hafs, for example, on page 140. Okay, page 140, volume 2. So this is volume 2, page 140. Okay, you're with me, all right, guys? Hope I'm not putting you asleep today. I hope you're learning something new today. I hope you're benefiting from today's live stream, because Muslims will not tell you about this stuff. We have to tell you about this. Anyway, watch. We go down. We go down. We find information about Hafs. Here is the report number 1664. That's the report number. Okay? 1664. And here's his name, Hafs bin Sulaiman al-Asadi, short for Hafs. Very long, Kufi al-Qari, ويقال له this and that. Okay, short for, this is Hafs. Okay, this is the guy, Hafs. This is Hafs that Muslims use the Quran of today. Okay, Hafs. This is Hafs. So information about him. Hafs. Okay, Hafs. So who? Hafs. This guy here. Oh, this guy here. Hafs. The student of Asim. Okay. Hafs. Okay. We go to the next page to collect some information about him. So this is page 141. Next page. Page 141. Page 141. Same book. Next page. It continues. It's many people talk about him. He's rejected in hadith here. He's rejected in hadith. This is according to Ahmad ibn Hanbal as well. And Hanbal bin Ishaq bin an Ahmad. This is Ahmad ibn Hanbal here in the end. So he's rejected in hadith. Rejected in hadith. And many people said a lot about him. Look, Imam Bukhari is here also. Look, وقال al-Bukhari, he is rejected. Imam Bukhari said, Bukhari talking, he said, rejected. If rejected, yes, rejected. And Imam Muslim said the same, also rejected. وقال النسائي, and Nasai said, he is not to be trusted. Rejected in hadith. The list is very, very long. And look, here is another person who said he is a liar. Kadhab. Liar. Imagine they get the Quran from a liar. Kadhab. Again, rejected. And he fabricates hadith. So, he is rejected. Hafs is rejected in hadith. And he is a fabricator. All of this about Hafs, yes. And his fellow student, Shu'bah. So remember the teacher, Asim, has two students. Two of them. Shu'bah and Hafs. So his fellow student says, Shu'bah says, Hafs took from me a book. Hafs bin Sulaiman, Hafs in other words, took a book from me and did not return it. And he used to take the books of people and copy them. 90% of all Muslims on this planet took the Quran of a known liar, a thief. So in other words, he's a thief. Rejected in hadith. Fabricator. And the list goes on. Fabricator. Plagiarizer. I mean, oh yeah, and another one. Not to be trusted. All of this, yes. That's what they said about him. And again, it's repeated, كذابا, and he was a liar again. Liar. Imagine, he's called liar twice on the page. Liar. كذابا. If. Do you see it? Do you see what I see? Take a screenshot, guys. Take a screenshot. A known fabricator, a liar, rejected in hadith, not to be trusted, plagiarizing books, copying them after taking them from people who actually are the owners of these books. I mean, this is messed up, man. Yet they made his Quran the most popular reading of today. And this is what you can find, for example, on Quran.com. See, guys, this is the Quran of Hafs here on Quran.com. This Quran that you can hear scroll through is the Quran of this liar, thief. All of these surahs are from him. It's his Quran. The Quran of the liar himself. I rest my case. I think we did enough damage for one day, guys. What do you think? What do you think, Reversion? Should we wrap things up? I think we should. I want to thank everybody here. I think everyone.
That was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Brother Reverse, and thank you, admins, for all the hard work that you're doing, guys, in the background. Brother Reverse and Brother Phil, Sister Dragon Daenerys, Brother Andrew, all of you, you know your names. I cannot mention all of you. Brother Eddie, Brother Protestant Believer, all of you. Thank you so much. I love you so much. Chat, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. I love you for your support. I love you for being here. I love you as my brothers and sisters in Christ. Muslims, listen carefully. Don't allow anyone to deceive you. Don't allow anyone to tell you that Islam is from God. It's not. Don't allow anyone to tell you that you got the Quran from honest people. You don't. You got your Quran from homosexuals, wine consumers. Remember, you Muslims say that wine is haram. You got your Quran from liars, deceivers, who are not to be trusted, who are nothing but plagiarizers. Liars and thieves, man. Can you imagine? Wake up, Muslims. Leave Islam, drop Muhammad, and come back home to your Lord and my Lord Jesus Christ, who is the only God who can guarantee you salvation. Don't die in your sins, Muslims. We love you. You are our brothers and sisters in humanity. We don't want you to die in your sins. We pray for your salvation, Muslims. Day in, day out. Drop on your knees and beg for mercy and accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Because every knee will bow, every tongue will confess that Jesus is Lord, and Muhammad is nothing but a fraud. Thank you for watching, guys. I will see you in a new video or a new live show. God bless. And don't forget to leave a comment behind for the algorithms, guys. God bless. Backup channel, please subscribe. Did you subscribe, guys?